ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. That's right. It's Bart Carlin. It's ESPN New York. It's game one. It's Knicks in the freaking NBA Finals. 800-919-3776. 800-919 ESPN. On the ESPN New York YouTube channel, you should be watching, you should be commenting, you should be a part of the show over there. I would encourage you to do that because we will get your comments into the show, and that is very exciting, as is game one of the finals. Now, Bart will be over here shortly. He has got Get Up this morning. You might have seen him over there wearing glasses today, and I could not tell considering his jacket, if he was going for a Louis Riddick lookalike scenario because Louis Riddick was on the show this morning, or if it was just a fashion statement with the glasses, because I have never known Bart to wear glasses ever or to have a need. So, with that in mind, and knowing also that Bart has to record a brief digital 5-minute piece for ESPN.com, we have once again our Bart Fine Jar. And boy, is it full up. It is full up today. So in just a moment, we're going to have our guesses as to what time Bart walks in the door. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 125, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, $134. $134 on the line today. If you can pick the number within the exact minute that Bart walks in the studio door, pick the number within the exact minute. Will it be 1031? Will it be 1024? But it has to be inside that number. It's not closest to without going over. It's not Price is Right, because this is a pretty sizable pot, so you have to earn it. You will own those 60 seconds. And so, with that in mind, I turn it over to Ray Danahan for his guess as to what time, with all the information we have given you, Bart will walk through the door.
I am going to go in honor of the $134 with 1034.
Wow, look at you. Okay. 1034 Danahan. 1034 Danahan. We turn now to Tom Bauer for his guess on this number.
Knowing all that Bart's going through this morning, as you outlined, Chris.
Let's not say going through. Going through would indicate that there's some adversity involved, and I would not say that.
Well, listen, you never know.
No, I tell you what. First thing I will ask him is, did you go through any adversity this morning on your way in?
See, I think that would be the appropriate thing to do.
All right, anyway.
Anyway, I'm stalling here. I'm going to say...
Yeah, you are.
Ray went 1034?
Yes.
I'm going to go right behind him, 1035.
That's kind of a jerk store move, even though it's not closest to. It is exact minute, but I'm going to go with that. And Tom will go 1035. I don't know why I'm going to do this. I'm going to say 1031.
You're very optimistic in your co-host this morning.
1031. Carlin. So Carlin 1031, Tom 1035, Ray 1034. Those are our wagers today. $134 on the line. Let's make it happen, Captain. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. We have ourselves a game one of the NBA Finals tonight. The Knicks are in the NBA Finals. I don't know if you've known that. Let's just reflect for a moment on the fact that they're here. That it's been 27 years. It's been a long time, man. There's been a lot of suffering in between. There's been a lot of pain. Frankly, it's taken people like me time to realize that there are so many of you out there who have not experienced this before, who don't know what this looks like. And I'm going to be honest, the last time I saw it was in 1999. But going into that series against San Antonio at the time, it didn't feel like the Knicks didn't have a chance, but it didn't feel like the Knicks were going to win. You didn't have this level of positivity that you have right now. Knicks losing that series in 5 was a borderline foregone conclusion, if you will. You know, the Knicks losing the first 2 games in San Antonio, like it almost went to exactly what you would expect the script to be. Winning game 3, fighting hard in game 4, but coming up short, losing game 5. That's about, if you had drawn it up beforehand, what you thought would probably happen. Rewind to 1994. It was the opportunity that you thought you had. And opportunity is an interesting word when you consider it. Because you're sitting there with an opportunity, with a chance, with something in front of you to make history. When we talk about having an opportunity for ourselves and taking advantage of it, is there anything in your life that you regret more down the line than the remorse for opportunities lost? Tom Coughlin used to use that phrase a lot. Remorse for opportunities lost. You know, the 90s were a glorious time for the Knicks without winning a championship, and they're so romanticized, and those teams are so loved. And we think about them with such admiration. And yet, there's a piece of it that's missing. It came up just 1 game short. We could talk about the 1970s. I certainly can't do it in any intelligent form. I saw a statistic the other day that something like 5% of Knicks fans that are Knicks fans now were old enough to see and remember the 1973 championship. 5% of you out there were old enough to remember it. Well, that's not the majority of it. And when we talk about all the Knicks fans who have been outside the Garden celebrating after winning playoff games the last few years, we don't take into account enough that those are fans who have not been here before. And so here we find ourselves on the doorstep of the NBA Finals with a team that has done something in these playoffs that has never been done before. They are outscoring opponents, no matter who they are, by more than any other team in NBA history going into an NBA Finals, by 19 points a game. They have won 11 games in a row. That's happened before, but it's usually the teams that are in the midst of dynasties are the ones that you expect to be dominant throughout. They're not the teams that change the way they play early in a postseason after falling behind 2-1 and looking like they were in real trouble in round 1. No, that's not what they were. Now, there's history being made not just in what the numbers are saying. There's history being made in how it's being accomplished. And there's history being made in who's accomplishing it. I think a lot of people would look at the Knicks prior to this season as a very good team. A team that probably should win 50 games again, and they did. But would anybody have looked at it and thought it's one of the best teams in the league? I'm not sure that would have happened. Would anybody have looked at it and thought it's one of the teams that you would honestly believe could challenge somebody in the West? I don't think so. And we're seeing that with all the history that's been made so far in looking at the odds for this series. The Knicks are prohibitive underdogs. Prohibitive underdogs. San Antonio in the series is minus 190 to win it. A few weeks ago, that number would have been about minus, 270 to 300, because it would have been looked upon much differently had the Knicks not run through the East as they had. But think about that. Everything I just told you, they're outscoring opponents by a larger margin than anybody ever has. And yet they are minus 190 underdogs in this series, a 2-1 underdog virtually. Remarkable. Still, nobody believes in it. Everybody thinks, well, it was the Hawks. Well, you lucked out with the Sixers knocking off the Celtics. That wasn't a very good team. Well, you got the Cavs. They beat the Pistons who won 60-some games. I mean, that team was just flat out exhausted by the time they got here. And in essence, they had already won their NBA Finals because their owner wanted to beat Detroit so badly. So it's been nothing but the yellow brick road for the Knicks to get to this point. Understandable why people think that way, I think. No matter how we feel about it, no matter how much people will, as Knicks fans, want to complain about hearing about that, you can at least acknowledge it's true. You can at least acknowledge why they feel that way. I'll go back to that other word, opportunity. And remorse for opportunities lost. I think when we think about this team right now, we understand that the Knicks are right in the heart of what you would call another really good era in team history with what they have done over the last few years. The fact that they got to the conference finals a season ago, the fact that they have seemingly progressed every year since Leon Rose took over and have gotten to this point and have been built in a way that has allowed them to get to this point. It has not been thrown together haphazardly. Built with players of winning pedigree. Built with players of a very particular set of skills, as Liam Neeson might say, that fit together exceptionally well. And a team that was willing to make major alterations into how they play, recognizing what a major weakness was, and willing to sacrifice in the course of it. And by sacrificing, also becoming stronger as a group and individually. And here they are. And you've got a team in the San Antonio Spurs that has done a remarkable job of building their roster from the ground up. You can talk about having the high draft picks, but there have been plenty of high draft picks that have been missed on. There were people that doubted Victor Wembanyama's ability to stay healthy at his size. Well, he has done that and then some. And he has become one of the most dominant players in the game, if not the overall best player in the game right now. They have young players like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper and Vassell, like guys who are real contributors. They've got somebody like De'Aaron Fox who's been around for several years. They've got toughness to them. But they are probably here sooner than you would have expected. And I thought it was very interesting to hear Victor Wembanyama say that he felt like they still had not come down from beating Oklahoma City in the last round. Think about that for a moment. They had not come down from that yet. That was such an emotional high for Wembanyama, who cannot stand Chet Holmgren and absolutely dominated him and eliminated him in the last series. You saw the kid basically in tears at the end of that series. And now here we are like 4 days later, and he's admitting, yeah, we're still haven't gotten over that, and we need to sit and we need to recenter. That might be an incredibly mature thing to say, but it's also interesting to hear that be admitted to. This now becomes the opportunity. I'm a believer in this Knicks team, and I was not at the beginning of the playoff run. I thought it could be a team that could fall short and get into the conference finals, let alone to the NBA finals. And it needed to get to the NBA finals to prove that they were right exactly 1 year ago today when they fired Tom Thibodeau. And it turns out they were. So with all of that in mind, tonight is a remarkable opportunity. You are 4.5-point underdogs in San Antonio on the road. I don't really care about the physicality and whatever it took out of the Spurs in that series against Oklahoma City. What I care about is if you're going to win the series, tonight is your best opportunity to set the tone for that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you if they lose game one, they're dead. I wouldn't even sit here and tell you if they go down 2-0, they were dead, but I'd be seriously concerned. The opportunity I speak of comes in increments in the finals. It comes in game one. It comes in coming out and throwing some haymakers. It comes in planting the seed in the Spurs' minds that probably they've heard quite a bit about over the last few days, that the Knicks beat them 3 times already this year. Twice or 3? I thought it was 3. They beat him in the NBA Cup.
I think they beat him twice.
2 out
and then
of
the one
3.
time they had a commanding lead and blew it.
Good call. Good call. That was the New Year's Eve game, wasn't it? Yeah, 2 out of 3 times this year. The point being, the Knicks have had their number. Again, facts are never important to what I'm saying here, people. All right? Just trust me, okay? I don't need to back anything up. Whatever I'm saying is true, that's all that matters until it's not. And then don't even pay attention to the fat man behind the curtain. Anyway, we get the point. They beat him 2 out of 3 times this year, had a chance to sweep him in all 3. Didn't do it, but at the same time, I'm sure they've heard a little bit, yeah, Knicks kind of had your number a little bit this season. NBA Cup, oh, it mattered. Now you're hearing about why maybe it did a little bit. So planting those kinds of seeds, I think what you have to think about is taking advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. Making sure that you're putting your team in the best chance to win this series. I do believe overall the best chance to win this series is to make sure you get a game one. There has to be a road game victory in this series to win. Now listen, not a math guy at all. But I'm pretty sure how it works is you have to win 4 games out of 7. And there are 4 games out of 7 that are played away from home, which means you have to win once on the road to win the series. Am I correct about that? Again, facts not important, but just double checking for your own sanity. Is that correct, Ray?
We ran it through the calculator. You're right.
Okay. What does AI say? We better check in with Gemini. You get the point here. Game one is a golden opportunity. A golden opportunity. Take advantage of it. Because there is nothing worse than remorse for opportunities lost. And I point you to the remorse of the last 16 years, or the last 27 years. The remorse of not necessarily not just winning, missing out on that championship, but the one in 94 and how those stick with you. Last point. Because as we look at the last few years and we return to the thought of this being a pretty good era in Knicks history, you don't want this to be the era in Knicks history that you've been living for a while. First of all, the younger fans who have never seen this, the fans in their late 30s and 40s and 50s who remember the 90s so fondly but still have that remorse for opportunity lost, that still get a shiver down their spine when they hear the numbers 2 for 18. Because they all know what that means. They all know what that means. Knicks can win a championship here. I did not believe that I would be saying this season. I did not believe that while we were in the midst of how this team was constructed, that they were capable of this. But they have shown that to be completely false. They're heavy underdogs in the series because everybody just assumes that the teams out west were much better than the teams in the east, and they probably are right about that. But what the Knicks have is an incredible sense of momentum going. They have an intangible quality about the way they're playing at the moment, and they have a belief in what's happening. They have a belief in their coach. They have a belief in one another. And they haven't even gotten rattled by the fact that Mitchell Robinson's got a hand injury that seemingly came out of nowhere and is officially questionable for tonight, especially when you're trying to figure out how to deal with Victor Wembanyama. None of it whatsoever is putting any kind of a damper on their feelings. Remorse for opportunity lost. It sucks. It sucks. And this has an opportunity, again, that word again, to be the most impactful championship in the history of this town. There's that chance. Because when you start thinking about some of the other championships that have been won in New York, we can all make the argument that this is a baseball town first and foremost, but nobody unites the city like the Knicks. Nobody unites the city like the Knicks. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. It is Chris Carlin and Bart Scott, who will be here shortly. Bart was doing Get Up this morning. He will be over momentarily on our wagers today. I have selected 1031. Ray Deanahan has selected 1034. Tom Bauer has selected 1035 for the exact moment that he will walk through the studio door. And when he does, if he does during that 1 minute of time that you have with those selections, we have a chance to win $134 out of the Bart Fine Bucket for all those times we've had to freaking hear about the Pistons. Bart and Carlin just getting started. The lines are open right now. I ask you simply this. What are you feeling today? That's what I want, Knick fans. What are you feeling right now? Excitement? Nervousness? Confidence? Not confident? I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. Because today is about getting into your feelings. Getting in there. Diving around. Foraging and figuring out what you're about. I don't know what any of what I just said means. Not a clue. But you get the point. Let's go poking around those brains and those souls of yours today, and let's find out what you're about. What are you feeling? on the doorstep of the NBA Finals. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. That doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ratliff, Engineering Director at Nissan. We know some things are important to hear from an expert, not a voice actor. For instance, the Nissan Frontier is not only powerful and fun to drive, but it's durable too. We added the V6 engines. When you need that power in the off-road, it's there. I know, we've tested it a lot. Now get out there and find your Frontier.
Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Frontier S-Trim 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1,748 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to in-back credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N6/30/26.
Heavy traffic, Jackie Robinson Parkway eastbound by Kew Gardens Interchange, an accident blocking one lane. The Bell Parkway westbound by Lefferts Boulevard, accident one lane is blocked. In North Belmore, the Southern State westbound with a crash, 2 lanes are blocked at Belmore Avenue. And on the northbound side of the New Jersey Turnpike, a major crash with 4 tractor trailers by exit 10 in the truck lanes. Hudson River Crossings, an accident on the lower level George Washington Bridge. That's 20 minutes, but that's bumping up. GW Bridge upper level 30. Lincoln and Holland tunnels 20 to 25. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's summertime, so why are you still living with pain? If you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or nerve pain, don't wait any longer. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Soundwell Pain. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no long recovery, no relying on pain medication. Just non-surgical image-guided treatments that help you get your life back. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted. Help is close. Go to SoundwellPain.com. Feel better this summer, not someday.
Programming alert. Today's Mets-Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You don't knock the Knicks for beating the teams that were in front of them. The teams that were in front of them were the teams that beat the teams that you didn't want to play. Not the Knicks' fault. It's those teams' fault. And if you don't like it, and if you're looking for the negative, you know what you are? You're one of two things. You either don't like the Knicks, and that's fine. Not everybody's a Knicks fan. Or you're a hater. You're a troll. You're just trying to get a rise out of people.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Now, this is excellent news. Excellent news. By the way, we are into the 10:31 minute, so Bart officially has 50 seconds to walk through the door for me to win $134. After that, it's Ray at 10:34, Tom at 10:35. Now, excellent news here. Excellent news. Could not be more excited by this news before we get to the calls at 800-919-3776. This, just seconds ago, fresh off of Twitter, X, whatever, from Ian Begley, SNY. Ian Begley, SNY. The NYPD ban on Knicks watch parties directly outside Madison Square Garden has been lifted for tonight, per SNY sources. The NYPD had previously banned watch parties at Plaza 33 during the Eastern Conference Finals, but they have reversed the decision for Game 1. Oh, I just missed by 6 damn seconds. Damn it. Oh, my God. No. We'll get you in a second. First things first, you'll be very happy about this. Number one, I'm completely thrown off by the fact that you've been wearing glasses all morning, and I didn't know if you were just trying to do a Louis Riddick lookalike all morning long. Do you actually need glasses?
Yeah, minus the Covatis. No, these are camera glasses.
That's what I thought.
I don't need no damn glasses.
So those are the Meta glasses?
Oh, these are old Ray-Bans.
Oh, when you said they were camera glasses, Ray-Ban has like that deal with Meta where you...
Yeah.
You know, do they have the camera in them? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can record you.
Oh, okay. Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
I had 10:31, and you walked in at 10:32:05.
Well, technically, what time did I touch the door?
And it doesn't matter. It's listen. It's letter of the law because there's $134 on the line. Ray had 10:34. Tom had 10:35.
But this is the thing. I told Tom that I had to do the Disney Plus segment,
right?
Which starts at 10,
which is why they went a little bit later. And I said, no, I think he's going to try to make it over here by 10:30.
Yeah, I was good because I know the break, so I tried to hurry up.
Nobody's knocking on you here. It's just what time it is.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is I thought that maybe like they would have adjusted for the time.
I thought they did, and they just adjusted too much. That's the problem.
See, they would. See, you got to say it. See, last time I ran into Alan's wife, I'm going to walk by my former partner's wife and not say hi. So that's why I pushed the time up. I can't just say, never saw her before in person. Hey, Barbara, who's this? He's like, I'm Alan's wife. Like, see? So that's why I was up there. So you should have known that was really like me doing Disney Plus.
But here's the thing, though. Walking around with you is like walking with the mayor anyway. So somebody's going to stop you at some point.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep walking if it ain't Alan's wife. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how are you? Can't wait. Yeah, give me 10 cents. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And if you really followed me, you would know that I'm supposed to be on TV, on the air right now, damn it.
What I was going to say that you'll be very happy about is the news that we just got. The NYPD ban on Knicks watch parties is lifted for tonight.
Way to go, Madabi. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Madabi for making it happen.
So here's the deal, though. And Ian doesn't say this.
Don't act crazy, man.
That's the thing. They have reversed the decision for Game 1.
Right.
In other words, they want to see how you're going to act tonight.
Right. Be on your best behavior. Because
exactly.
You know if they're going to win, they can win at home. Then you act a fool when it's too late. Because then it's like
exactly.
You believe in miracles. How about Wendy? How about Wendy breaking some news?
What was that?
It's not the pinky. It's the metatarso. The metatarsal comes from punching the wall.
I heard him talk about this on the Hoop Collective.
So is this a Charles Haley?
Well, did he
thing,
actually
or is this
punch
a
wall?
Stoudemire?
Well, did he actually punch something, or did it?
Yeah, I think I got frustrated watching anime.
Because
die, Pikachu, die.
So they thought that I heard that this morning on the Hoop Collective podcast.
Yeah,
they were talking about it, that it was a metacarpal bone.
Metatarsal. Yeah,
whatever.
It's
Meta
right
something.
I think I broke that hand. I broke that bone too.
But that you can do it from punching.
Yeah.
Something like that. Tim McMahon said he had done that twice from punching something.
I broke mine a different way, so maybe not. Maybe he was just being a big goofy dog like Scooby. Like Mitchell Robinson, like if he had to be a cartoon character, he would either be Goofy or he would be Scooby-Doo. He just seemed like a harmless, like oversized Doberman pit, like a bull mastiff or something like that, like a Saint Bernard.
Well, he's been off social media because he was been bothered since last series by some stuff. I don't know what was going on, but
that's the thing. Like you never know what's going on, like because you heard some of the things that reportedly may have been going on with A.J. Brown.
Yeah,
in Philly, right? So if that's true, like we had Jalen Durham. Basically, man, just don't get in a relationship, man. Just mess with paid professionals. You know what I'm saying?
Safest route.
Yeah, just get your escort and just, that way there's no emotions involved. Unless it's Pretty Woman and
Julia
Roberts and you fall in love with her.
Yeah, listen, things happen.
But just think, that's three people that maybe messed up because they're emotional during emotional time already, but then in a relationship.
We got Joe Fortenbaugh coming up at 10:45 because I thought we'd want to figure out some betting situations.
That should be what this is for.
It's a good call. We should use it toward that.
Let's double it.
But listen, Joe's an emotional guy. We can get into the emotions of it and how that plays in too.
Yeah, man.
It might be interesting. Anyway, I spent the beginning of the show talking about, and I hate to bring this up because I didn't mention you in relation to this, but you can certainly speak to it better than most. Remorse for opportunities lost. The opportunity that you have that is sitting in front of you right now and not taking for granted what it is and just assuming that you're going to be around it again.
3 years straight. 3 years straight. Just to get to the promised land. Now, they've already done something I didn't do. I didn't get to the actual Super Bowl. But 3 AFC championships in a row. And to lose them, each one of them was lost in heartbreaking fashion. None of them was lost like in a blowout or you weren't good enough. And those live with you, man, because you have to carry that scarlet letter around that you couldn't get it done. And then you look at people that did get it done and people that walk around and you like, man, I was way better than them. Like, man, how great is it? It's like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, like, man, I never played on a good team. The best team I ever played on was the Phoenix Suns. I took them to the championship. Like, those Philadelphia teams wasn't great. He tried to grab one late with.
Who was his best player in Phoenix? Kevin Johnson, maybe.
Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley. Like, come on, Dan Marley. Come on, man. Like that's So I'm sure Patrick felt the same way. Like, and then you see people that walk around like, oh, I got 2 rings, I got 3 rings. Just imagine like a guy like Patrick Ewing in the same room with Robert Horry, and he's sitting there. Yeah, I got 7. Like he looking like, man, this dude wasn't half the player I was, and this dude got 7 damn rings. Sometimes it's just about timing and being in the right place at the right time.
And I know that this particular stretch of years, for the ones that have not been here before, have not seen the 90s, had not seen, the 1973 Knicks, which is 5% of the audience right now has seen that.
Correct.
So you understand that this right now has been a really good period that you've been able to enjoy so far. But what the empty feeling is when you have that stretch and you were in that window and you could not bust through and end up hoisting the trophy as a result.
Here's the reality. It's been about 45 plus years since the Knicks has got here. I don't think anybody's assuming that they may be back anytime soon. I'm sure in 99 they thought they were going to be back. 94 they thought they were going to be back. You can't take these things for granted. Things happen, injuries happen, people get traded, general managers get fired, and you think you can regain that magic. It don't work that way.
Reggie Miller hits 8 points in 11 seconds.
I mean, just think. Shea Gilly thought he would be back here this year for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jokic thought he was going to be there. He's like, hey, man, I'll see my horses a little later. Like Giannis, I'm sure when he won it, thought he was going to be back.
Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics like, Celtics not this year, but they thought they were going to be perennials. Like, I don't think we live in a dynasty era anymore. Right now, we're going to have to redefine dynasties. It's not going to be no three-peats. I mean, the Lakers three-peated twice, right? They three-peated with Magic and they three-peated with Kobe.
Kobe and Shaq.
Like, that stuff don't happen anymore, right? It's too much fluidity. It's too easy to go out and get a star, matching contracts and stuff like that in today's NBA. So you got to take advantage of it when you have the opportunity because it may happen, it may not. And so this is a prime opportunity. This is the best shot that I think the Knicks will have for the next 10 years, right? And you say, oh, they're young and this and that. You can't take none of that for granted, man. Injuries happen. Other teams ascend. Like, we are in the era of the super teams. If anybody paid attention to what happened with Myles Garrett the other day, we are in the era of super teams, right? Guys are close, and teams are saying, I'm not going to build it. I'd rather win a championship and then figure it out after that. Nobody's worrying about long-term. Like, Les Snead said it, then he went away from it, now he back to it. F them picks, right? Because we don't know what these picks going to be. And you think about basketball, these picks ain't going to be nothing no more because you can't win the draft 2 years in a row. So you trade with a good team. You can't be in the top 5 2 years in a row. So now picks won't be nothing. So dump those. You got to be all in. You're either all in or all out.
History's written by the winners.
Exactly.
And you forget who the losers were. That's basically it.
Yeah, who lost the Super Bowl last year? Yeah, I don't remember.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Fortenbaugh in a minute. Your calls coming up. And it's simply this. What are you feeling today? Because before this all starts, what are you feeling? 800-919-3776.
Bong Bing.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. That doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Who do you think will be wearing the ring at the end of the NBA Finals? Take your shot with FanDuel, and you just might be the one celebrating a victory of your very own, because right now, new customers can hit the court with $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 straight days. FanDuel's the best place to bet all your favorite players during the NBA's biggest event. Play your game any way you want. You can seek out individual player markets for baskets and rebounds, or you can build an epic same-game parlay for a chance at bigger payouts. It's up to you, and best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. So ready to play your game? Just visit FanDuel.com/local to join now and get $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 days. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. Minimum $5 wager required for 7 consecutive days. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
No matter your age or career stage, SUNY Canton delivers education at the speed of life. With flexible, fully online degree programs, you can earn your credential on your schedule. Ready to get started? Apply now for a summer start in high-demand programs like applied psychology, cybersecurity, healthcare management, and more. Our admissions team is ready to help you review transfer credits, explore degree options, choose courses, and navigate every step of enrollment. Email admissions@canton.edu today or visit canton.edu to learn more.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? SafeStep walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
The This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
This Spurs-Knicks matchup might be one for the ages. Since Wemby came in the league, when these two teams have played each other, these games have been epic. And it just makes you feel like this series is going to be a lot like that. Two very good teams that are playing their best right now, that have really good offenses, a lot of depth, and every time they seem to play each other, crazy stuff happens.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Programming alert. Today's Mets Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Knicks, game 1 tonight, NBA Finals with the Spurs. Joe Fortenbaugh is with us, ESPN betting analyst, overall good guy. And I don't want to speak out of school here. It's not important. Coming out of therapy, anything you want to share out of your personal therapy this morning? I do it all the time, and I think you and I are close enough that we could go through it all right now on the air if you wanted.
Happy to. Yeah. This might be the laziest booking of all time. It's New York City. New York City, game 1 of the NBA Finals, and you're booking me 31 minutes before I'm coming on the air. First of all, that shows the world how little I have going on. But second of all, the preparation for this show, second to none, as I've always said.
Well, you worked with me for a year and a half, so you already know that. I would put that on you more than me.
But I don't know about you, Joe, but I'm a projector. So, like, whatever goes on my therapist says, I'm projecting to own everybody. So go ahead and let us know what's going on.
How vulnerable does Bart Scott get in a therapy session?
I'd love to see it.
I say it all. I don't care. I might cry, laugh, like whatever. I'm like Tony Soprano. I'm like Tony Soprano. I'm letting it on.
You say anything that you think. How is that any different than when you're on air?
Pretty much. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for so I don't kill everybody. Y'all my therapy. New Yorkers are my therapy.
Oh, the absolute best.
Yeah,
I miss you, too. I haven't seen Bart in a few months. Carlin, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to be talking with you, too.
It's good to have you, brother. We appreciate a few minutes. And in particular, wanted to talk to you because you and I exchanged texts several weeks ago about what this particular matchup could look like from an odds standpoint. So take me through where we were at that point, which would have had the Spurs as a much heavier favorite than they are, versus just the inexplicable way this has gone down with the Knicks over the last month and a half and how the betting community has kind of reacted to it.
Assessing San Antonio has not been a problem for the bookmakers. They've been on them the right way pretty much from the beginning. Some feel the pricing against OKC was a little bit off, but given how great OKC's been the last 2 years, everything they've shown us, and before we truly knew the extent of the injuries, let's be fair, going into that series, Williams was healthier, A.J. Mitchell was healthy. That one was priced to the point where it was good. And San Antonio's been priced accurately. The Knicks are the wild card in all of this. They have been playing, and I don't need to tell anyone in New York City this, so far outside the realm of what anyone expected from them, or quite frankly, anybody else, that we've had a really difficult time trying to nail an appropriate power ranking number for 2 reasons. Number one, you cannot ignore what you're watching, which is historic. You don't need me to get into the stats. You've all been talking about them. You've been watching it. But the other element of this is that in the back of your mind, there's some simple mathematics at play that say, hey, man, can you really keep shooting like this? No matter how good you are, at some point, the law of averages comes for all of us. So there's a little concern as to whether or not that's going to happen now or whether or not it just carries over to next season. But that's been the tough spot. The Knicks continue to get more love from the betting market, but the people I talk to still believe that they're not getting enough love. The thought process is that this should be a 50-50 series in terms of pricing, minus 110 Spurs, minus 110 Knicks, and instead it's plus 170 on the Knicks, which is why I like them. But then I turned on ESPN yesterday, Hahn and everybody else, Windy, they're all picking the Knicks. And now suddenly I'm terrified because if every jabroni's on the Knicks now, we got to start panicking.
You know, what I'm looking for is we got this little pot here, and it was the Pistons jar, but it's not really much for me to talk about the Pistons anymore. So where should we place this money? I mean, should we go to MVP? If the Knicks win, it probably is going to be a guy like Josh Hart who's going to have to shoot at a high clip because he's going to be the guy that probably Wemby floats off of. Or is it just simply the force of nature that is Brunson? So who's the best place for MVP that maybe we should put this money on?
Great question, because this is the thing. Sometimes we get caught out thinking this. I do this with the Super Bowl every year. I always try to find one defender, try to find one savvy pick, and then thanks for coming. It's always the quarterback of the winning team picks the prize. Here it's got some opportunity because it could go in a different direction. I like where your head is at. Hart is intriguing to me because the big question in the gambling community is he right for this series? This is not meant to knock Josh Hart. The guy's all heart, pun intended. Rebounds, assists, those props are fantastic. But if he's not knocking down the shots and the Spurs are leaving him open, you got to get Landry Shamet involved a little bit sooner rather than later. So there's a high variance window on Hart. I think your head's in the right place, Bart. Anunoby would be the place I would be going. If you're not going to go with Jalen Brunson, which naturally he would most likely be the guy, and you're not going to go with Karl Anthony Towns, which, again, some high variance. If he gets himself into foul trouble, Wemby could make him look a little foolish there. Anunoby's the guy, the layoff benefits because of the hamstring injury. He can knock down threes. He shoots 38% from three, and you're not going to be able to attack a lot at the rim. If you can't suck Wemby away from the rim, you can't get behind him, so you need a guy who can knock down some threes. Bridges is fascinating to me. I got a lot of bets on Bridges, not for MVP because I don't think there's going to be enough volume, but you can bet him to average 2 or more three-pointers per game in the series. I bet that. I went over 14.5 points tonight. I bet over 1.5 three-pointers made. I think he's going to get a lot of open looks in this series, and he's going to benefit from all the attention going to Brunson and Towns. So game by game, I'm high on Bridges overs. MVP, I'd probably look to a guy like Anunoby.
Yeah.
I also bet Anunoby to average 20 or more points per game in the series because I do think he's going to have a lot of opportunity here.
I'm with you on Anunoby because I only get one stat per month, and I think I forgot who gave it to me, but I think that Anunoby defends Wemby better than anybody in the NBA. I think his defensive rating against Wemby is the highest. So you remember even the year that that Iguodala won it. It wasn't that LeBron didn't. It wasn't that LeBron didn't average a great number. It's just that it wasn't what he had been averaging. So we gave him the credit, and he got it over Steph Curry. So Anunoby might be a good one out there. So as a group, we'll deliberate when we go on break, and we'll talk about it. But I think you could be spot on. Maybe just because it's defensive, Wemby doesn't dominate.
Well, number one, I'm glad to hear I have the Bart Scott seal of approval. That always matters to me. It's big deal for me. Number two. I love where your head's at with that because I was in the Bay Area doing morning radio in San Francisco during that whole run. And you're right. People remember that MVP, and they're like, oh, because it's because Iguodala locked down LeBron. LeBron still went off in that series. Most likely they should have just given the MVP to LeBron in the losing effort, but the narrative is so important. Ask yourself, what is the narrative in this series going to be? What is the story we're going to tell? And in that series, we told the story of Andre Iguodala playing great defense against LeBron James, and Steph's offensive numbers just weren't there, or at least they weren't what we were used to. So narratives are very powerful in this. I like where your head's at. That's a very good example.
Joe Fortenbaugh, ESPN betting analyst, joining us right now. Now, when we worked together, there are a couple of phrases that stuck with me. The first one was from the first day that we worked together, and I sneezed, and he said I looked like a shivering walrus. But secondly, the other phrase, it's still true, and Bart can attest to that. But the second thing is I always think of your phrase regression to the mean when it comes to betting, and I look at the Knicks over the last 11 games, and, man, if ever it feels like there was a time for a team to regress to the mean, when you've been outscoring opponents at a historic rate, it feels like this is that kind of time. Tell me why I'm wrong, or tell me why I'm thinking along the right path.
Well, I mean, you have to. And this is what factors into the pricing, because that's the big question with the Knicks. It's like you have been dismantling teams. At some point, these numbers have to drop off. So when we weigh that, how do we weigh it against a couple other things? Because I think there's two other things that stand out here that are very, very important. Number one, I am not a believer that there's going to be rust for the Knicks. Like, I know they might not look great in the first half of game one tonight. Okay, fine. But this whole idea that the NBA has been about load management for 2 decades because everyone needs rest. Everyone needs rest. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's tired. Everyone needs rest. Hey, guess what? The Knicks have a bunch of rest. Oh, this is a horrible problem. Too much rest. We were too rested. Now we've got a new problem. Like, miss me with that. You can't all be banged up and needing rest all the time, and then when you get it, that's a problem. I think rest over the course of the time they've had and what this series is going to look like, guys playing 45 minutes a night, and then you get to game 4, game 5, game 6, that favors the Knicks. Also, I am not going to be surprised at all, and I like the Knicks tonight plus the points, if the Knicks come out and get a hot start to start this series, because I very much think there's an emotional – you know what? There's no one better to talk to than Bart about this, to be honest, because it's the best example in sports. It's the huge win you guys had over the Patriots.
Can't wait. Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is I'm tired.
Rex told the story about how you guys were flat the next week, and for all of us commoners who would have no idea, it's like, how can you be flat for the AFC Championship game? It's because of everything you gave to get past New England.
Yeah.
Like, everything the Spurs just dumped out there with the whole season being focused on Oklahoma City to finally get past them, and now you got to turn around and get ready for this Knicks team. I'm expecting a little bit of an emotional letdown for them tonight.
Yeah, and Wemby spoke about that, saying, hey, it's kind of hard for us to come down. Hopefully we got 20 hours or 24 hours, I think he said, to do that. So you're spot on again, man. So, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to see. You got the young team that that's overzealous, and, you know, they see it right here. And you always get somebody that comes out of character. What I love about the Knicks is guys like Josh Hart, you know, should be right on as far as where their emotional, meter is. I think these young Spurs at home, all that energy may come out a little too juiced up.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Spurs, traditionally, if you look inside the metrics, the Spurs push the pace a little bit more than the Knicks do. But if you try to do that tonight, I think that's an advantage for the Knicks. They got so much gas in the tank. Every one of those dudes is probably ready to go 48 minutes tonight. If you want to push it against them, buyer beware. Another thing to keep in mind, and I'm sure you guys have talked about this, but from a betting angle, the Knicks have been dynamite against the second half point spread. Absolutely dynamite. Number 3 in second half scoring in the playoffs. Number 3 in second half scoring defense in the playoffs. They're winning by an average of 7.5 points per game in the second half. You can bet the second half right now, Knicks plus half a point, or you can just take the money line. I've already bet that. Now, again, if the Knicks are up 40 at the half, that could be a problem, but I don't really see that happening. I think it's relatively tight in the first half. Wouldn't be surprised if San Antonio looked a little bit better because of the rust. Knicks had that in game 1 against the Cavs, but I think in the second half you want to bet the Knicks. That's where it's going to come to pay fruition.
Excellent. Appreciate the time, brother. As always, next time I'll give you a little more notice, like 7 or 8 minutes.
No, I mean, how about this? Next time, just call. Just call when I'm like, hey, what's going on? Hey, we need you on radio right now. I mean, I got nothing going on. You've seen how ESPN thinks of me. We'll have you do a few SportsCenter hits and then get the hell out of here. Although I will say this, self-promotion. Your boy picked the Derby right, and he picked the Preakness right, and they're sending him to the Belmont. Saturday, you're going to want to watch.
Triple Crown, baby.
SportsCenter. Your boy is going for the sports betting Triple Crown. What could possibly go wrong?
Now, did you do the porta potty run and take a beer to the juggler?
Okay, I'm in my 40s now, so the answer to present day, no. But if you want to talk to Joe Fortenbaugh, a young 23-year-old in college living the dream at the Preakness, that's a different story, Bart Scott.
Nice. The Seabiscuit of wagering. He is Joe Fortenbaugh. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you again.
Hey, and the most important question, who is Rosenberg betting? Forget about me. Where is Rosenberg?
Yeah.
Get me the information. We'll take it from there.
Listen, I'll be taking copious notes this afternoon. Thank you, Joseph.
See you, boys.
That's Joe Fortenbaugh with some excellent betting insight. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Next, you. Calls and your comments in the YouTube chat at 800-919-3776 and the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. It doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
Yes. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. Game 1 of the NBA Finals is tonight. 8:30-ish tip. Knicks and Spurs in San Antonio. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Now this programming alert. Today's Mets-Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN. Pregame starting at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Knicks and Spurs can be heard on 880 ESPN New York with extended pregame coverage starting at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app. So extended pregame coverage beginning at 7 p.m. in addition to DHR this afternoon. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York at 800-919-3776. And we're just starting here today. How are you feeling? What are you feeling right now leading into tonight?
I feel like they have to win game 1.
I said this too. I feel like I'm not going to say have to, but I'm going to say when we're talking about opportunities and using that word, game 1 feels like a big opportunity to set a tone and to put yourself in a good spot for this series.
I mean, we both know they definitely can't go down 0-2. So if they're going to steal one, it's going to be an inexperienced, understanding that the finals are different, coming off of an emotional high, maybe all the pageantry that's going to happen today, and all the guys maybe shooting long or running too fast. Or sometimes when you have big games like this, guys get fatigued early on because they're emotionally spent because they've been so hyped up. They warm up a little differently. They're a little bit more hyped than normal in pregame and all that type of stuff. They start thinking about their legacy and all that type of stuff. Young guys especially, or young guys just think it's Kuda Matata. They try and work. It works the other way too. Sometimes they like too cool, too laid back. That hey, let's not be too excited. Let's not be over.
Yeah.
And then what happens is they start sleepwalking. Then the other team come out, punch them in the mouth, and then they can't recover. So you would expect that if any one of those scenarios happen, it would be to the team that's younger and just kind of full of like we can do anything. The Knicks should feel like a team of destiny.
Now, the one thing I do want to ask you is we have this $134, which nobody won today because you screwed me and came in 6 seconds too late.
8 seconds.
6.
6?
Jalen Brunson, we're talking to Joe before about betting MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
He takes you through the whole Super Bowl mentality. You try to pick out maybe this guy, maybe that guy, all this. You get the Iguodala every once in a while.
Narrative award.
Wembanyama is obviously a minus few hundred to win it. But you've got Jalen Brunson at plus 210. In other words, you bet $134. You win $268 plus your original money back. At least. More than that, actually. That feels like good money if you think the Knicks are going to win this series. So I want you to ruminate on that and see.
What's my choice?
Like, what do you – if I asked you –
I think OG because Wemby, if they do win, it's because Wemby was contained.
Interesting.
And
well,
OG
I mean,
is the guy that I think they're going to throw on him.
All right, so if that's the case, do you want to take this money and bet it on who the MVP is? Do you want to bet it on how many games the series is? Like, for instance,
I mean,
I don't know about you. I'm on Knicks and 6. Where are you?
Yeah, I've been Knicks and 6.
So
too.
Knicks and 6 right now is almost 5-1. You could take this money and bet it on that.
I think
you could take this money and bet it on virtually anything.
You can bet on how long the series goes, either Knicks or Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, ask me something and I'll tell you.
I don't think this series is going 7, so winner in 6 seems the safest bet.
The winner in 6 for either one, the Knicks are plus 480, the Spurs are plus 500. But you can't say, just give me the game's going to – well, I'm sure there is a way. Let's see here. Series handicaps. I'm sure there is a number of games total in the series somewhere, but I don't know what that is. I don't have that in front of me. But let's see if we can find that out, guys, that the number for number of games in the series total. Doesn't matter who wins, who loses. Chances are it's available to bet on. I'm sure it is. But we can think about that. So I want you to ruminate here over the course of the show what we can take this $134 and put it on if we're spreading it around or if we're just putting it on one thing. Put it all on black.
No, just play.
Wesley Snipes, always bet on black.
Always bet on black.
What do you got?
So, on DraftKings I am looking at right now, I'm going to give you two different correlations here. The total games on DraftKings is 5.5. That's the over-under. Over -170, under +140. If you want exact games, you can also bet that. 6 games would be +220 right now.
So that's not great. I mean, +220 is okay. 7 games is what? Plus what?
+190.
Wow. So they what's the most heavily favored number?
That would be 7 games +190.
Wow.
4 games +550, 5 +275, 6 +220, 7 +190.
Okay. That's interesting.
I need more. I need more juice for my squeeze.
All right, so we'll consider what we're going to do here at 800-919-3776, but let's get to it with the calls. We'll hit the chat here in a few minutes as well. David and Elizabeth will start us off as he has been waiting. D, what's going on, brother? How you feeling today? What do you got?
Man, I'm super excited. I'm back. I'm glad that you're back too, Chef, because, the show starts tonight. I woke up this morning. I'm like, yo, we really here. And I don't know, man. It's a crazy feeling, man. And I'm also agree with you gentlemen, too. You didn't say it too much, Chris, but I agree with Bart. Tonight's a must-win. I'm sorry. You have to steal one in San Antonio. Tonight is a must-win. I believe that Anunoby and possibly Mike Brown should definitely have words to the locker room and tell them, like, yo, this is the only opportunity we got. There is no next time. As a matter of fact, this is next time because we lost last time. Yeah. So this is it. Y'all better make it happen, Dave. And I hope that they do, man.
Dave, this is the freshest they're going to be.
What up?
Like, you talking about who's the older team, all that type of stuff. Like, listen, the Spurs recovered. They got 3 days. They're a young team. 3 days is an eternity for a team that young. So this is the freshest that the Knicks are going to be, man. So you put everything into this one, man, and you figure it out for the next one. And maybe next game you come out and you lethargic and you tired. But then, you may lose the next game, but then it's cool because you're going back home. And you're going to be rested again. Then you put all the pressure on them. You got to put the pressure on them. You cannot allow this team to go up 2 games and then be able to come through.
Definitely. They can't play from behind. I do want to say this before you guys let me go. And, Chef, I think you could definitely back me up on this. Yo, I was looking at Dylan Harper, like looking at his game. Yo, man, he is super, super box office. Like, for him being a rookie, the way he's playing, I hope that they have him on the Scotter report for tonight. Because if they slow down Wemby, you still got to look out for him, Castle, and Vassell, and the Johnson as well.
Yeah.
That's why we need to go back and fire. No, we need to go back and fire the Rutgers coach because I don't understand. They must have been point shaving.
I can tell you exactly what happened. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it, brother. What happened, why they didn't make it, just because you had those 2 guys, but the rest of the other support guys, I'm not going to say they were not good.
That should be enough to get you to the tourney.
I understand, but it wasn't because, first of all, they were both injured at different times during the year. They both missed some time.
So much talent, man.
And secondly, like the support cast that was around them were guys that were coming up from lower levels that you were hoping were going to blossom at the next level playing with those guys. That's what, got one kid who was a mid-major conference player of the year who you thought might make that transition to the Big Ten, didn't quite do it. Stuff like that.
So basically, Rutgers.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you what happened.
Basically, Rutgers didn't go all in enough.
Financially?
To be able to go get somebody else.
They didn't have the NIL. They didn't believe in the NIL money at the time, which was stupid. And I'm not saying the basketball didn't. I'm saying the administration didn't. Now they do. Now they're not screwing around. Because you got to remember, Dylan and Ace both ended up there. They didn't. It's not like Rutgers paid them a whole lot.
Yeah.
They came with their own
Dylan
money.
Went there,
Dylan went there because of the family relationship, and Ace went there.
Did Ryan play there in college?
No. But his older brother did.
Gotcha.
Ron Jr. did, who's with the Celtics now.
Gotcha.
And then Ace went there. One of his best friends was a guy named Jamichael Davis, who was on the team as well. Anyway, that's a whole nother scene. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. Knicks sweep the Spurs, but every game goes to overtime. That's what Lee Bumford says. That is like really, really going the extra mile in terms of trying to find
5 quarters.
Yeah. I want to be able to bet Primo Sabe. Mike Breen says, bing bong, only once, never did it again. Wonder if he would now want to bet on that.
You definitely 100% is going to get a double bang.
At some point you will.
You're going to get a double bang by somebody.
At some point. We're going to get Bartstradamous today on this series?
Oh.
There's been some requests for it.
I didn't know people wanted Bartstradamous.
Listen, it's what they're asking for in the chat.
They want to wake him up.
All right.
Call Tyrone.
Billy in the truck. Billy, what's going on, dude? How are you?
Guys, first of all, you can't bet. I was doing research into this yesterday. You can't bet Jalen Brunson MVP in New York.
In New York,
they don't.
No, they don't have those. You have to go into New Jersey or Connecticut.
They're making me go across the bridge. No, not even Connecticut. I'm in Westchester. Greenwich ain't that far, but I can't go over the bridge for that. I can't do that. But
you got the GW right there. What's the other bridge that's above the GW? Just come on over. Come
I don't want to encourage anything, but you don't got a guy.
I'm not doing.
What if you go halfway through?
I'm not doing all that.
What if you go halfway to the bridge and turn around?
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna waste the whole bet paying for gas the way it is right now. But
all right, what do you got?
I waste the whole thing, but so I'm a drag racer, and I got the same feeling, same emotion if I was out there on Sunday. I don't know what it is. Like I feel confident, but I'm excited. I'm anxious. My heart's beating. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hop on the court. In the great words of Jameis Winston, the horse is prepared for battle.
What's the closest strip? Is it Englishtown? What's the closest one? Where
Englishtown closed down. Englishtown closed down about 6 years ago.
Oh.
So for me, the closest is Lebanon Valley. Shout out Lebanon Valley Dragway. And that's real quick. That's the worst part about this whole playoffs run is because every weekend game I've been up there at the track, and they have a circle track, a dirt track that's there too, with a little bar and some TVs. Every time I go in that clubhouse, every time I go in there and ask them to put a basketball game on, they look at me like I'm trying to put on cricket. None of that. I'm taking the clubhouse over. It's Knicks.
We only make lefts here.
Knicks and 6.
We only make lefts here, Billy.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Billy, appreciate it. I know that this is not the last time we're going to see him this series. I know that this is not the last time we're going to see him this series. Reps tonight, Scott Foster, game 1.
Guess we got to stretch that thing out.
James Capers, Sean Wright, J.B. DeRosa. Zach Zebra in the replay center, if you were curious.
Who's Zach Zebra?
Who's Zach Zebra? Come on, you got to be better than that.
That's Zach Zarba.
I thought it said zebra.
No. It's Z-A-R.
Zebra.
Okay. All right, then I read it wrong.
Zebra sounds better anyway.
I thought you were legitimately asking who Zach Zarba was, and I just said it wrong. Let's hit it. Subi, Midtown. Next. Subi, what's up, baby? What do you got?
Hey, you guys have been talking about the Spurs and obviously their players. Bart likes Stephen Castle. Do you think he's right with his comparison with Kawhi because he can hit those mid-range shots like candy, and he gets all these offensive rebounds all of a sudden? What's your opinion, Carlin? Is Bart right with his comparison? Is Stephen Castle the difference maker in this series?
I think Stephon Castle is a tremendous player who has got that kind of dog. He's got that kind of dog. He's got that kind of potential. He's got that ability to be that kind of player.
He played like Pacheco played football.
At his best, where he's going to try to run through people.
He's fearless. He's daring. And sometimes he can be reckless.
Yeah.
And you hope that you get the reckless Castle because he had 11 turnovers when he had to play point guard a little bit. So I'm looking at a guy like Bridges got to get up in him.
Yeah, Castle, I think in that span when he had 20 in 2 games.
Yeah.
It was an absurd number. And he's not a point guard per se.
But De'Aaron Fox, we talk about health. De'Aaron Fox and that high ankle sprain, that don't get better. All it takes is one tweak for that thing to flare back up.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app. It's Derek and Hillside next. What's up, D? What do you got?
What's going on, BC? Good to have you back. What's going on, Bart?
What up?
I'm ready for the night, man. Y'all been talking about it. OG on Wemby, I feel like is the key matchup. The guy that I had on, he was so like 100 on the money with that. The only thing I don't agree with him was the last take he had when he said that he don't suggest the Spurs to run on the Knicks. I will run on the Knicks if I'm the Spurs. We still the younger team. The Knicks are an older team. Carl don't move as fast as Wemby do, so I will be getting up and down the court. I'll be using my youth. And on top of that, the one aspect that I think the Spurs have is Champagne from the three-point line. The Knicks has been getting away with their three-point defense. He's the one guy that can expose that three-point defense.
Yeah, but the good thing is it won't be Cat that's running down there. It'll be OG that's keeping up with him, and I don't think OG will have a problem with being able to keep up with the pace. So that's the good thing, that the cross matchups that are happening, and Josh Hart's going to have to make it difficult on Wemby because he's probably going to be matched up because they're going to try and probably get him a break and let him play free safety back there. A guy like Josh Hart's going to have to hit some three-pointers so that he can close up and open up that lane for driving lanes.
And I think the Knicks take game one. I have a feeling. I don't know why, but I just feel like they take in game one. That's all. But thank you guys for the call.
Look, it's a massive opportunity for them.
They take game one, man. New York going to be so crazy, man. They might not let no cars come into New York, man. Standing room only. If they act crazy for beating Trae Young a couple years ago in like the first game in Storm 7, what do you think they're going to do if they beat the favorite?
So here's the thing, and I urge this to anybody tonight, and I know you do too. They have lifted the ban for watch parties tonight out at Plaza 33.
Way to go, Madami.
But they've lifted it for tonight.
The game need to be on Times Square TVs too.
Maybe it will be. I don't know.
People can sit on those steps.
Here's the point. Don't be idiots. Don't cause them to shut it down again for Friday or for later in the series. Don't do that. Don't be idiots. Go out there, enjoy it, get nuts, but don't get stupid. There's a big difference. They kind of open it back for you.
Lose my mind up in here. Come on, man. You can't say that to Knicks fans. They ain't never seen this before.
I know.
Tell them act like you've been there before. They ain't never been there.
I'm not telling them to act like they've been there before because listen to this. How about this? They haven't, as we've talked about. This is since the Knicks and Spurs met in the 99 NBA Finals. All right?
Allen Houston, Spree,
LJ,
Camby,
Patrick. Injured on the bench.
Greeny had a jacket on from Allen Houston that he sent to him. He was like, man, don't wear that. It didn't work out so well. we don't want nothing reminding us of that.
All right, since the 1999 NBA Finals, all right, winning percentage, San Antonio Spurs in the league, first. Knicks.
First?
Yeah.
They had a couple down years.
First.
Before winning. First.
Since 1999, last 27 years.
That's the dynasty, man. That's the
it doesn't matter.
That's a 5-year fluff.
Well, it doesn't matter, man.
That's true.
Knicks, 27th.
Damn.
NBA titles, 5-0.
Tell me this. You say that
5 Spurs titles.
No, I'm saying I always love this. You say they're 20 what?
What do you mean? 27th.
27. Tom. He said they're 27. Can you name the 5 teams that's below them, that's below the Knicks?
3 teams.
3 teams.
Can you name the 3 teams that's below the Knicks?
I don't have them in front of me, for the record.
That's unfortunate.
Tom doesn't know that.
I was going to say Charlotte would probably be my first one that I go to, and then probably New Orleans, and then maybe Sacramento.
I remember they had, LJ was gone, so I was about to say they had the morning day. Remember they had the Chris Paul era, and then they had the Anthony Davis era too, so maybe not so much.
Okay.
They also had the Kurt Morrison era, which was forgettable.
The number of 50-win seasons since 1999.
Knicks had 2?
5. San Antonio, 19.
Damn.
Number of 50-loss seasons since 1999.
Knicks, 3.
10.
10, damn.
50-loss seasons.
Damn, Melo and
10.
Marbury.
San Antonio, 2 50-loss seasons. Both of which, they end up with Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper and Wemby. The NBA did a job on us, man.
Number of head coaches since 1999.
3 for the Spurs.
2. Pop and Mitch
Ham.
Johnson.
What about Ham?
No. Darvin Ham didn't coach the Spurs.
No, the girl.
Oh, Becky, she was an assistant.
Oh.
She was an assistant.
Oh.
Becky Hammond. Knicks, 15 head coaches.
Damn.
15, including interim, but still 15.
That's like every 3 years.
That is unbelievable what kind of a stretch that's been. And now it is. Now it's here, and this is the opportunity that we're speaking of at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Soccer fans, make sure that you join Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live for a broadcast presented by Milagro Tequila. It's all happening Friday, June 12th at Plattdeutsch in Franklin Square, Long Island. Get there early, starting at 3 p.m., grab a Milagrosa cocktail as the guys talk matchups and storylines while you get to be a part of the live, passionate soccer atmosphere. Don't miss this special live event. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, Friday, June 12th, Plattdeutsch, Franklin Square, Long Island. It's all brought to you by Milagro Tequila. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. All the sounds of Game 1 coming up in moments on ESPN New York.
Listen up. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th for 4 days of nonstop action right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. See more than 500 athletes and celebrities, including Aaron Judge, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, and hundreds more. All at the world's #1 sports fan festival. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone at fanaticsfest.com.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg is finally here. The NBA Finals Game 1 between the Knicks and Spurs. Don and Allen will be live at Stout, NYC, getting you ready for the first NBA Finals game for the Knicks since 1999.
Anybody who has wagered against Jalen Brunson, either this season or in his career, has ended up on the wrong side.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout, NYC on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Who do you think will be wearing the ring at the end of the NBA Finals? Take your shot with FanDuel, and you just might be celebrating a victory of your very own. Right now, new customers can hit the court with $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 straight days. FanDuel is the best place to bet all your favorite players during the NBA's biggest event. Play your game any way you want, seek out individual player markets for baskets and rebounds, or build an epic same-game parlay for a chance at a bigger payout. It's up to you. And best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Hey, do you believe in the Knicks team? How many points will Jalen Brunson average? So, ready to play your game? Just visit FanDuel.com/local to join now to get $350 in bonus bets guaranteed after betting $5 for 7 days. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. Minimum $5 wager required for 7 consecutive days. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Out with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Programming alert. Today's Mets Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
You don't knock the Knicks for beating the teams that were in front of them. The teams that were in front of them were the teams that beat the teams that you didn't want to play. Not the Knicks' fault. It's those teams' fault. And if you don't like it, and if you're looking for the negative, you know what you are? You're one of two things. You either don't like the Knicks, and that's fine. Not everybody's a Knicks fan. Or you're a hater. You're a troll. You're just trying to get a rise out of people.
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hard to believe it is right around the corner. It is the ESPN New York Beach Bash. It is Thursday, July 2nd, Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore. Join the Michael Kay Show. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live starting at 1 p.m. And an appearance by DiPietro Rothenberg, me and you, and more. Yeah. July 2nd. Write it down. Head down to the... What's the matter?
Last time at the Beach Bash, does that signal we've been back together for a year? How long we been back together?
Oh, more than a year. More year and a half.
Oh, damn, it's been a year and a half?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, Bart.
I just remember the Beach Bash.
Yes. Well, we've got it again. We've got it again this year. I remember a couple of things about the Beach Bash last year.
Yeah, me too. I remember them beautiful calves and all white on white, baby.
That's right.
What you going to hit him with this time? I'm going to hit him with orange, the Kool-Aid man.
I actually was going to. Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid.
I was actually going to ask you about that because I saw an outfit the other day that I don't know if it would work for me. It was like a tan with a pattern on it. This year, I don't know.
It got to be a tone-on-tone pattern. You know, like Don always goes with like the banana. Like
he's all. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
He's like a Carnival Cruise mascot.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't want to go like that. Listen, I love him. It's a bit much.
Kool-Aid man, high top.
Anyway. Point is, go all red, the Kool-Aid man. Have me break through a door.
Oh, yeah. Break through the back of the stage. Oh, yeah.
We're going to have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance, a soccer watch party, and the chance to test your skills at trying to kick a soccer goal past Rick DiPietro.
What if he's really bad? That'd be crazy because,
kick it right at him.
Because he can't be icebox, right? Because soccer net is way bigger than a hockey goalie.
Yes.
Net.
Yes. I would go 5-hole. I don't think that'll be a problem. Anyway, plus, you got music from Surfing for Daisy, who will be playing an hour before and after the shows. It's all brought to you by Spike Dade, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Fest NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be 21 years of age at least to enter. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Let's continue on some of these calls at 800-919-3776. Frank's in Syosset. He is next. Frank, how you feeling for tonight, bud?
To answer your question, Chris, confident. We got the coach. We got the guys. I think they just got to keep doing what they've been doing, playing unbelievable basketball, and we'll be fine. But I had a question for you guys. Do you think it has to be this year that the Knicks win a championship?
Yes.
And do you think it has to be this year that the Yankees win a World Series? And let me just explain where I'm coming from with the Yankees. The Yankees, I don't know if you agree with me, but the Yankees have at least 5 key guys on their team that are in their middle 30s, right? They got Cole, Judge, they got Cruz, Goldschmidt, Stanton. So do you feel it's got to be this year?
Well, it's had to be this year for the Yankees for 15 years.
Yeah.
And now it just continues to have to be this year for the Yankees. And, yes, if you waste the greatness of Judge in his prime, then that is a complete waste, but it's also on Judge to actually hit in the postseason. He did last year, but that has got to continue to help them break through.
I don't think that the Dodgers, man, ain't nobody beating the Dodgers no time soon. Well, they got two teams. They can split their team up and have two teams that'll make the playoffs.
Well, the other thing is, though, when you think about the Knicks at the moment having to win, yes. The answer is yes, because
they're an older team.
We can talk about the window and how it could be open, but we also have to acknowledge how young these other teams are. If you beat the Spurs, what experience they're getting from that.
How much flexibility these teams.
And how everybody else around the league, the guys who are already good are going to get better, because Giannis is going to be that one key that drops, so to speak, or that one shoe that drops, and where that falls is going to be really interesting.
I mean, you got Anthony Davis that's going to be available, right? I know you can't depend on him, but you got Anthony Davis, who probably could have played last year. Like, if he goes to the Eastern Conference, he ultimately becomes the best big in the Eastern Conference. Well, he is in the Eastern Conference with the Wizards, but he instantly becomes the best big in the conference. Now, if he can stay healthy, that's a whole nother story. Kawhi Leonard may be coming to the Eastern Conference, back to the Eastern Conference, and Kyrie Irving could be coming, right? You got guys like Troy Murphy that could be like team. One thing that's crazy in what's going on in sports is teams are going all in. Dodgers always all in. Like, usually teams build that, hey, we don't want to give up our future for our youth. Man, people do not care no more. I mean, you just saw what happened with Myles Garrett. They gave up a guy. Like, what the crazy part is, the Rams are already the favorite. When they traded for Trent McDuffie, that made them elite and good enough to win a Super Bowl. But nah, they say we got a good young pass rusher, but we want to go get an elite one. And they traded this kid and took on a contract that's actually not that bad. It's only like $90 million over the next 4 years. So, like, you got teams going in and loading up, whether it's the Ravens and Trey Henderson, I think you're going to see the same thing in football and in basketball next year. Teams are going to say, man, forget all these picks. These picks don't mean nothing no more because of the new rules. So you can't get top 5 2 years in a row. You can't be the number 1 overall pick 2 years in a row. So you having these bad teams picks ain't going to help it.
I honestly think that just being away for a day or so, and I'll spend a second on it, that is a rare trade where everyone involved, not just the two teams, everyone involved won.
Yeah,
everyone involved. Jared Verse has got so much leverage in Cleveland right now with what they gave up.
But they got 2 years before they have to worry about it. That's a good thing.
But, I mean, he's on the last year coming up?
No. He's only in year 3.
He's only in year 3 coming up?
They got 2 more years of him under control, and they can franchise tag him. And they can be bad, and nobody would blame them for being bad. They just got rid of Myles Garrett.
But point being, he's going to get paid.
Yes.
Because
to make him feel good.
Yeah, they got those other picks, but they gave up Myles Garrett.
Because they're going to get rid of the Deshaun Watson thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's going to be over with. I don't think Shedeur Sanders, they believe, is the answer. I don't think Todd Monken wants to go forward with him. They're going to be bad enough and have mad draft capital to move up and draft whoever they want for quarterback next year.
All right, let's quickly get into some audio files with the NBA Finals. Let's do it.
The audio file.
Tom, can you please start here? Why was Mike Brown singing "Who Let the Dogs Out"?
Oh, you didn't even need to ask the question. I was already going to start there.
Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo. This is the only thing that I could have heard yesterday that might make me want to now bet against the Knicks.
Yeah, it is rare. It is rare, but he did not sound like he knew how to dance.
Like, what was that?
He looked like he did how to go to the party and raise the roof.
So there is context to this. I believe this is right cut. So he was talking about his experience coaching children's flag football with Greg Popovich, and this is how I believe it got brought up. Here we go.
So we were awesome. Literally, he was the offensive coordinator, I was the defensive coordinator, and we actually dominated that league. We had to cheer all our parents. After every game and before every game, we get our parents in with the kids, and our cheer would be, "Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo, woo." So that's for all you older. They're adults now, right? They are adults.
And the person that actually did it,
dogs back in the day,
were the corniest people in the world. And they sound way cooler than him.
So here's the thing. It was not anywhere near in the context of the series itself, so I'm okay with it. But here's the thing.
Dogs out.
He didn't need to do it twice. We got it the first time. But
like when I see
if no context who let the dogs out, if I'm just thinking about betting, I'm like, give me the Spurs minus 4.5 in game one.
Every time I see Mike Brown, he just reminds me of like Little Bill all grown up. Like if they was gonna do it like a reboot, like he would be like the grown up real Bill. Like they took Moana, who was a cartoon, and they making it with The Rock, and it's gonna be real. If they were to make a Little Bill, he would be Big Bill.
Didn't work out great for Big Bill.
Well, the cartoon sense.
Yeah, no, I understand, but
the real
Little Bill was.
The pudding pop Bill never had a bald head.
Next.
Real quickly, do you think the Knicks should get the Baja men out now to MSG?
No. The 99 Mets did that. Our 2000 Mets did that. I hated that.
Can we get the Budweiser Frogs or the Budweiser?
How about, why don't we get those guys? Get those guys.
They haven't done a Where Are They Now yet for them?
They should.
And
just get out the lady. Where's the beef?
All right. So anyway, another big thing going into the series, at least for the Knicks, the connection of Jalen Brunson and his father, Rick Brunson. Of course, Rick being on the last NBA Finals team for the New York Knicks 27 years ago. So Jalen was asked about playing for the Knicks like his father did in the finals.
It's pretty surreal. I'm not going to lie. It's something I haven't really thought about. But I feel like once the season's over, once the career's over, it'll be times to think about the stuff that we were able to go through together. But it's definitely a cool feeling.
You know the great thing about being a father and what kids don't realize until late? A father is the only man that you're ever going to meet in your life that wants you to be better than him. And so, like, Jalen Brunson may not realize this, and as his kids grow up, he'll realize, like, all the things that his father did out of love that he didn't see that was love. And what a beautiful story, the fact that he gets to play on the team that his dad coaches on, and you get to have this kind of nostalgic type of feeling where you guys can cross-reference stories and stuff like that, man. Like, not a lot of people get to go to work with their dad. You know what I mean? Nobody get an opportunity to have their dad, like, follow their footsteps. And, like, listen, his career is going to far overshadow his dad, but his dad is the reason why his career is going to overshadow his. Because, like I said before, for everybody that's out there, and if you're driving around with your little kids and your sons or your daughters, I hope they hear this. And, you know, show a little respect for your dad because, you know, dads, Father's Day coming around, they ain't going to get nothing but some damn tube socks. And you don't appreciate all the things that dads do for you because we can't be your friend all the time. But a father is the only man that you're ever going to run into in your life that wants you to be better than him. Your friends don't mind you to be good, but they don't want you to be better than them.
This is why I didn't have kids, because I didn't want a kid to be better than me. Next.
We'll keep it with the captain here. Jalen, why is this team going to be able to thrive in the finals?
I think we're a focused group. I think we're a hardworking group. I feel like we've been doubted a lot. There's been a lot of noise on the outside that we could obviously talk about, complain about, do something about, but we've always just went back into the gym, worked on our game individually, and then when it came to practice, we were focused. When it came to games, we kept getting better and better. I think our mentality is in the right place at the right time, and we just got to stay focused and keep learning. Even today, we can't be satisfied just because we're here. We got to continue to keep learning.
Listen, they've all got the right mentality, and I'm sure it's all been drilled into them about how nobody believed in them all season long and all that stuff. You weren't exactly the little engine that could.
Don't play that Thomas the Train crap with us, man. Get us the hell out of here. You were picked to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Stop it.
Listen.
They're all going to laugh at you. What is this, Carrie?
Caesar Brazil. Mike Brown should just stick to being a geek. Dylan Cody. Mike Brown is a person I can understand because I'm a geek, but that was horrible. That's where you keep it to yourself and just be cool.
Just nod your head, man.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Next.
You would, huh?
Yeah, I know. So we hear from the Knicks leader. Let's hear from the Spurs leader to wrap up audio files. Victor Wembanyama on the New York Knicks.
It's a great team, It's a great team of experienced guys who are not here by chance.
but by relentless effort over the years and very different career paths for all of them. So they're right where they're supposed to be, in my opinion. And all of them are going to be super hungry in their own way.
Look, he's going to have the proper respect for them, but this is the one that really interests me more and what we're going to talk about next and how Game 1 really could be a benefit to the Knicks.
Coming back down from this is a challenge, and it's not done yet. We still need to really come back down to earth and realize that we haven't done the hardest yet. The job isn't done at all. So we still got about, I don't know, what time is it? Like 30 plus hours to recenter.
They have not come back down yet from beating the Spurs, and we have to recenter. Excuse me. The Spurs haven't come down from beating OKC. You know they're going to come at you
Oh, he said the Spurs. How did the Spurs beat the Spurs?
They haven't come back from beating OKC back down, and that's interesting, and we'll discuss more of that next. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. It doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Slomin's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Slomin's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Slomin's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.slomans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Slomin's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, New York, are you okay to drive? No, really. Did you know just one drink can lower your inhibitions, slow reaction times, and reduce coordination? That single drink causes your judgment to be altered and makes it harder to track moving objects. The risk you take by getting behind the wheel is not worth your life or anyone else's. Call a cab.
Hey, I'm looking for a cab.
A rideshare, a sober friend, or take public transit. The New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee is reminding you to always drive sober.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg is finally here. The NBA Finals Game 1 between the Knicks and Spurs. Don and Allen will be live at Stout, NYC, getting you ready for the first NBA Finals game for the Knicks since 1999.
Anybody who has wagered against Jalen Brunson, either this season or in his career, has ended up on the wrong side.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout, NYC on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils bring intensity on the ice, Viking Pest Control brings the same level of protection to your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. The season may be over, but pests are always in play. So it's time to lock in your off-season defense. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the Devils, Viking delivers 45 years of trusted experience to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, mosquitoes, and more out of your zone. And when you bundle pest control mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com HomeTeam.com, protecting your home inside and out.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Programming alert. Today's Mets Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's telly time. I don't know why I did that. 3:40 Mets Mariners. Coverage begins on 1050 ESPN starting at 3 because the Knicks Spurs game 1 of the NBA Finals, 8:30 tonight, is on 880, and that coverage is beginning at 7 p.m. Extended pregame coverage. 7 p.m. And then at 7 o'clock, Yankees host the Guardians as well. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
See, this is our short segment, right? So like we kind of talk a little bit, and then we're gonna go straight back to break and then come back for the Bauer Hour. Ray, you will be a great villain on any movie. Now, in light of what's going on in these streets, these hip hop streets, this let me know that Ray got his ear to the streets. He could have came back with any song. Who Let the Dogs Out, Bust a Move, Young MC, anything. What did he come back with? Ether. What is Ether? Ether is Nas' song when he was battling with Jay-Z. Right now, Jay-Z finally responded to all the people that was hating. He responded to Trump. Responded to Nicki Minaj, responded to Kanye, responded to Dame Dash. Most importantly, he responded to Drake. Drake been calling him out on the Iceman thing, came back and had a whole bar at the Roots picnic. And after all that, Ray just let us know that he's a Drake fan. That's basically what he just did with that rejoin. He gonna come Ether, the one battle that maybe Jay-Z lost. You either team New York, you Team Canada, man, and you just went Team Canada, Bob Vila style.
I just going to throw this out there, all right? I think of Ray. I don't necessarily think that there was a hidden message beyond that particular rejoin. I don't know it was an ear to the streets thing. I don't mean to shortchange you, but
no, Ray is down.
Was there a hidden pro Drake message right there to the Jay-Z response?
There was
your choice of song?
Absolutely no pro Drake message in that.
Well, but you see what
there was a pro in, and I did play Jay-Z earlier.
Okay,
is that we're keeping it New York artists.
Oh, okay,
and that's where we're going.
But why you go with the one Nas song? He got If I Rule the World, all the songs. You go to the one where he going at Jay-Z, where it's bringing us apart, putting against each other. See, but Ray, I'm glad you said that, because I did you a favor, because I didn't want people sliding into your DMs, you know what I'm saying, thinking that you was trying to diss Jigga Man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that in your life. You know what I mean? Now you can't drive to Brooklyn. You want to go to the Chop House, or you want to go over there to, what's the place over there, Peter Luger's. Then, you know what I'm saying, somebody licking your steak in the back.
No, me and Jay are cool.
There we go. See, so everybody out there, stay off Ray. It was an incidental thing. It wasn't a response. He was not paid by Drake and his peoples to try and diss Jay-Z in his own city on the low.
Flex, Nas got him, and we all know it.
Yeah, but this ain't about now. This is about New York versus Canada.
Caesar, Drake is soft like James Harden. Drake knows he will get smoked.
But he went at him. He went at Jigga Man, and Jigga said the gig is up. The jig is up. And who knew that jig in nerd means $1 billion? So that Jay-Z told him, I'm up another $1 billion. You got to look up to me.
Caesar also says, I'm going to be a hot mess tonight. I told everyone, do not call me. I understand that. Like, that's what I'm really curious about with Knicks fans tonight. Yeah. Is like, because when I
hate to watch.
I'm not going to lie. There's a little piece of me that's a little more dead inside than it used to be, and that's being a fan.
It's grueling.
But like during playoff games and stuff, as a fan, you could not talk to me.
Yes.
It was such a pit in my stomach, and that's what I'm wondering if they're going to be feeling tonight.
I was a wreck during the Pistons thing. I was more nervous watching them than I've ever did being actually in the game or playing. So I understand, and I hate that feeling, man. And I hate when people talking to me. That's why I will not be in any of the games. I won't ask nobody for no sweet tickets in our suite. I'm going to be watching from the comfort of my home because I don't want to see people seeing me how nervous I get, you know what I mean, because I want it so bad for the city. And for all the people that think I'm not a Knicks fan, I'm not a New York fan, I'm trying to let y'all guys know. Y'all, listen, I told y'all I was back. I don't want no little slender man. First of all, the NBA robbed the Pistons of getting Wemby to begin with because they're a team that should have got him because they hadn't won 14 games that year. And now how you going to get Wemby and then get Dylan Harper the next year?
How did we get here?
They cheating, man, because they trying to get France involved. That's the only reason they did it. They wanted France involved. What I'm saying is now France is all Spurs fans thanks to Tony Parker. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to make sure that they can globalize Wemby, so they sent his ass to Philly. Sent him to San Antonio.
Jar's right there, bro.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
I'm saying the Knicks. I'm with y'all, baby.
No, but you owe me $20 for the last 2 minutes that you just took.
I just said I'm with the Knicks.
No, but you just went on and on about how you got robbed because of Wemby.
I said NBA cheated. They wanted this, and this is good because now they have France versus America. This is basically what this is. This is France versus America. Like, this probably is the biggest audience. This is the biggest matchup that could happen outside of, like, New York versus L.A. It's France because now you got people that's going to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning watching Wemby, right, saying if he's going to get his first title, right? So, like, you talk about the eyes on the sport. I believe that this finals are going to break every viewing record that basketball has ever had.
And France does not have us to come in and save them at halftime. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg is finally here. The NBA Finals Game 1 between the Knicks and Spurs. Don and Allen will be live at Stout, NYC, getting you ready for the first NBA Finals game for the Knicks since 1999.
Anybody who has wagered against Jalen Brunson, either this season or in his career, has ended up on the wrong side.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout, NYC on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Yep, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, ESPN New York YouTube channel at 800-919-3776. It's no longer the Power Hour. It's the Bauer Hour because the Knicks haven't lost, apparently, since the Bauer Hour began. I was just made apprised of that situation. So, Tom Bauer, the floor is yours.
You know, I think we're going to have to save the actual Bauer Hour itself for after our next esteemed guest. But I will give you a Power Hour if you would like.
All right, well, whatever.
It's the Power Hour!
Wait, so now we're doing it twice?
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
And later. All right, Tim Bontemps, let's go to San Antonio and try to pretend that all didn't happen.
I think, excuse me, he has laryngitis. We apologize. Give him some Manuka honey.
Tim, of course, senior NBA writer, joins us all the time, gives us great insight. You know him from the Hoop Collective podcast, where he and Brian Windhorst and Tim McMahon do an amazing job, and he is in San Antonio, ready for the finals to begin. Tim, Bart, and Chris, as usual, we appreciate it. And just as you can now, reflect a bit over this 11-game run and what we have witnessed with the Knicks. Can you make sense of how all of this has happened seemingly out of changing an offense so drastically in such a short period of time?
I mean, I don't know if I would say you can make sense of it just because we've never really seen anything like this before in the history of the sport. I mean, to have a team, no team has ever won 11 games by a total of, a point differential of plus 262 points, right? I mean, it's literally the best any team has played over that span in the history of the sport over its 80 years, regardless of whether you're talking about the regular season or the postseason. So to have something like that happen, like you said, basically at the drop of a hat in the middle of a playoff run, I mean, it's just a completely unheard of thing, and it's obviously gotten the Knicks to, a place certainly that at the start of the year everybody thought was a plausible possibility, right? I mean, they were one of the co-favorites to win the Eastern Conference before the season started, but to have it happen in this manner and have the team get here in the way that it has and with the momentum that they have, it's a pretty wild set of circumstances, and it certainly sets up for what should be a pretty fascinating series against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs.
We've rarely seen forces of nature, right? We've seen great players come in and be good and win a lot of games and even win championships. But I feel like we haven't seen an impact player like this. Even with SGA winning back-to-back MVPs, we haven't seen a force like this since probably Shaq/LeBron. Like, can you explain to our audience, because we're going to have a lot of people that's going to parachute in and become basketball fans because it's cool.
Yeah.
Can you explain to people what the Wemby experience is about, and are we witnessing like the next Wilt Chamberlain or the next Shaquille O'Neal, like just physically like dominant for the next decade or so?
I mean, here, I guess this is the best way I could explain it. There are very, and Bart, you've obviously played at an incredibly high level in the NFL, right? And there are very few times when, regardless of what you're talking about, whether it's, movies or art or sports or whatever, there's not many times you can look at somebody and very definitively say they can be the best to ever do what they're doing. And Victor Wembanyama has a chance to end every discussion and argument about who the best player to ever play basketball is, which there have been maybe a handful of people ever you could say that about. And, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is his mere presence on the court, when he steps on the court from a defensive standpoint, is a game-breaking thing. Like, the Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the best constructed teams we've ever seen in terms of depth of talent and versatility of talent, et cetera. And like you said, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the two-time reigning MVP and is a phenomenal player. And yes, they had injuries in that series, but Victor just standing on the court completely short-circuited the entire way they play. And that's before you get into the fact that he's a 7'6" guy who can shoot from 30 feet from three, who can handle the ball, who can dunk the ball from the free throw line basically without jumping. I mean, he is like a created player in a video game that's come to life. And the best part about him, frankly, beyond all that, is the guy desperately wants to be great and wants to be the best and has been hell-bent on being the best for years now, since he was a teenager in France. So, he is total package for what you would want as somebody who's going to be the standard bearer for the sport. I agree with you. I think he is. The only real comparisons for him in the last 30 years are a young Shaq and a young LeBron in terms of his entering the league with the force that he has. And if they're able to win 4 games against the Knicks, this will be an unprecedented thing for a team this young, led by a guy this young, to go out and win a title. And it's part of why, with the Knicks on the one side with everything they've done to get here, and the Spurs on this side with Victor and what they've done to get here, from a narrative and storyline standpoint, this finals to me is easily the most interesting one, at least since Cavs Warriors 10 years ago. And it's just got a chance to be a pretty epic series, and I'm really excited for it.
Tim Bontemps, senior NBA writer for ESPN, joining us, covering the finals. He's always good enough to give us some time on this. I'm curious as to what you made of Wemby's comment yesterday of we may not still be over the elation, so to speak, of beating Oklahoma City and all of that, and we've got 36 hours to get through that. Rare to hear somebody make a comment like that.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that's great about this guy is that he is very honest, right? He's a very honest guy. And he is not afraid to speak his mind. And sometimes that's, him very flatly saying things like, I want to be the best player ever. And other times it's like this, saying like, and I think if you go back, I'm sure you guys saw Game 7. Anybody who was watching Game 7, if you saw how Victor Wembanyama reacted when they beat the Thunder, it would not be you would be lying if you would say later, oh yeah, we won that game, we turned the page and we moved on, right? I mean, they acted like they won the title. And it's fair that they acted like they won the title because they're a young team that, has never been in this spot before, wasn't supposed to win the series, gets itself past the team that they'd been measured against all year, epic series, all the way down to a tremendous performance on the road in Game 7 to win it. And yeah, I've talked to people in the league who have wondered, hey, is this young team going to be able to walk into this series and not have a bit of a letdown after looking like climbed the mountain when they beat the Thunder, right? So I agree with you. It was very interesting to hear him say it. They had 3 days to sort of get themselves squared away before they played the Knicks. And I think the battle between whether the emotional and physical fatigue of the run the Spurs have had plays a bigger factor in Game 1 than the potential rust that the Knicks have had from sitting out after smoking another team in the playoffs, right? We saw the Knicks get off to a slow start in Game 1 against Cleveland before they had that crazy comeback that you and I were there for. I don't think that the Spurs are going to let the Knicks back into a game like the Cavs did. So the Knicks are going to have to be on their P's and Q's from the jump in Game 1, and we will see if San Antonio has recovered from what was a very physically and emotionally exhausting conference finals victory.
All right, so what do they do? How would you approach this if you were the Knicks in trying to defend Wembanyama to start?
I mean, look, there's a lot of different ways they can go. I would probably try to have Karl Towns on him some because the matchups are a little wonky if you have him on somebody else. I also think they can, sort of switch stuff around, and, they can certainly have OG Anunoby on him. They can have Josh Hart on him. They can have Mikal Bridges on him. And I would actually just want to see from the beginning where Victor's energy is at. Like, if you go back to Game 1 against Oklahoma City, which is the best game he's ever played by a mile, one of the best games anybody's ever played, he had 41 points and 24 rebounds. In Game 2, he had 17 rebounds. He had 9 offensive rebounds in Game 1. He had 5 offensive rebounds in Game 2. He only had 1 double-digit rebound in the rest of the series. He had 10 total in Game 6, right? So as the series progressed, while Victor was still great, he spent a lot of time sort of floating around the perimeter and taking jumpers. So if he's going to be relentlessly attacking the basket like he did in Game 1 of the last series, then I think you need to worry about having more size on him. But if he's going to kind of float around the perimeter and take shots, then I think you could sort of adjust back the other way and say, all right, like we can contest his threes and try to, get into him a little bit. But it's a much different challenge than if he's relentlessly going at the boards. So I think his energy, again, I want to watch his energy in this game and see, does he look like he did in the conference finals at the beginning, or does he look like he did in the conference finals at the end? Because if it's more like the end, I think that is a sign that as the series goes on, that energy could wear even further and be a real advantage for New York.
Yeah, it reminds me of The Last Dance, where Jordan was speaking about how he just didn't have the energy to fight back against the Pistons in their physical play. And then the story of Scottie saying he couldn't answer the bell because of the physicality and the anxiety of the moment.
Yeah.
So I wonder, do they put a guy like Mitch out there who plays 15 minutes but picking Wemby up full court, guy like Josh Hart picking him up full court and just making it tough for him and wearing him down, almost like last I forgot when Alvarado or what it was, where they just started and Azura Thompson, when they just took the ball out of Brunson's hands to play off the ball. But I want to talk about unsung heroes, because I was a good player, wasn't a great player, right? So it's always, when you come to these series, it's all about unsung heroes and guys that are unlikely guys that contribute. I think about Iguodala. I think about Benny Microwave Johnson, hitting a three-pointer. Joe Dumars going on a heater against the Bulls. How important is Josh Hart, being that he may be the open man for the three-pointer, if Wemby's going to roam and be that presence in the middle?
Oh, I mean, it's a very significant thing in the series. I mean, they're going to put Victor Wembanyama and Josh Hart almost certainly to start the game and to start the series. And Josh Hart's got to make threes. He's got to make shots. There's really no question about that. I mean, and he's hit shots this season. He shot 39% from three during the regular season. He hasn't shot as well during the playoffs, but he hit some big shots in Game 2 against Philly when they employed a similar tactic, which Joel Embiid on him. Or no, in Game 2 he didn't play. I'm sorry, but in other parts of the series, when Joel was out there, they had Josh Gardner, and it made a significant difference, right? Like when Josh Hart makes those shots, it causes, if he can make threes consistently, like Alex Caruso did against the Spurs in the conference finals, it will cause San Antonio to have to adjust their scheme like they did with Alex Caruso. They eventually did start guarding him, right? But if they just leave Josh Hart alone and he can't make a shot, well, then they'll just keep doing that, right? So, again, like there's some very clear things that that you can watch during the series and see how they go and how it'll affect where things go forward from there. And that is one of them. And again, like you said, I mean, if Josh Hart is making threes in this series, like if he shoots 40% from three in the NBA Finals or something close, north of 35%, I think the Knicks will feel pretty good about their chances of winning the series.
Tim Bontemps, ESPN senior NBA writer, joining us. All right, prediction time. What have you got playing out in this series? And you just laid it out there a little bit, but if you had to complete this sentence, the Knicks will win the series if, how would you complete that sentence?
I still haven't decided which way I'm going to go, honestly. I've got to do it to this afternoon at some point. So I'm either going to say Knicks in 6 or Spurs in 7. I think it's pretty much a coin flip series. I do think the Knicks match up really well with the Spurs in a similar way that the Spurs match up really well with the Thunder. We saw that in the regular season. And I think if the Knicks are going to win the series, I think a couple things. One, they have to keep shooting the way they have been to some degree, right? Like if the Knicks are shooting, I think 41% from three in the playoffs. If they shoot 38% or higher from three in this series, or high 30s, low 40s in the series, I think they're going to win the series. Like they have an offensive firepower that the Spurs, at their height, I'm not quite sure they can keep up with. San Antonio is a streaky shooting team. They've got some guys who will commit turnovers. The Knicks also have to take care of the ball. They have to, another thing, the Knicks will, what's another thing the Knicks need to do to win the series? They have to win the possession battle. To Bart's point about Mitchell Robinson before, Mitchell Robinson has to be able to be effective on the boards. He looked fine at practice yesterday, so I'm expecting him to play and be able to be his normal effectiveness. We'll see if he can be, but can he control the boards? Can Karl Towns get on the boards, especially if he's guarded with somebody who's small? I think in the NBA Cup final, I want to say the Knicks had 17 more shooting possessions than the Spurs. Like, obviously, if the Knicks can get more shots up than the Spurs during the series, I'll feel very good if I was a Knicks fan about their chances. And I also think for the Knicks to win the series, beyond the obvious that Jalen Brunson has to play well, Karl Towns has to continue to play well, and Karl Towns, to me, has to stay out of foul trouble, right? Like any Knicks fan knows, Karl is very prone to committing some dumb fouls at times. And, he's got to be on the court, because when he's out there and they can roll out there with that, 5-man shooting lineup, especially when they sub in Landry Shamet for Josh Hart and they can really space the floor, Karl's scoring and shooting ability gives them a much different dimension than even Oklahoma City had from the perimeter. But he's got to be out there to do it. So he's got to stay under control and not commit any reckless fouls. So, but look, I think it's got a chance to be a great series. I think it's going to go at least 6 games. It should have a lot of ups and downs. And, again, from a storyline standpoint, it's about as good as you could hope to have. So I'm excited to be down here for it. Should be a lot of fun. And I'm very interested to see, and especially if the Knicks can get one of these first 2 games and have an even up coming back to New York for Game 3. Game 3 at the Garden ought to be quite something. So it should be a fun couple of weeks.
Did you pick up one of those summer colds or something down there? I feel for you a little bit.
No, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because my kid was up for most of the night back at home, and we had a plumbing issue. So I was dealing with a bunch of stuff last night. So that's all. But I'll be ready to go tonight.
Well, that makes us thank you even more, man, for having a tough end and muscling through everything.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming through.
I'm always happy to come out with you guys. I'm just gearing up for tonight. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be cool.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Tim Bontemps down in San Antonio, ESPN NBA senior writer. And again, if you don't check it out, I love the Hoop Collective podcast, and him and Wendy and Tim McMahon do an amazing job. And that allows me to remind you that Knicks fans join Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg for a live broadcast today at Scout NYC, 2 blocks from the Garden, 215 West 35th Street, before the NBA Finals. Guys are breaking it all down, talking matchups, getting you ready for tip-off. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live today, Scout NYC, starting at 3 p.m. 2 things with that. Number 1, the NYPD has lifted the ban on the watch party tonight at Plaza 33. So you can go down and watch on the big screen at Plaza 33, but they've only lifted it for tonight. In other words, everybody's got to kind of behave themselves and not end up with a bunch of arrests tonight if you want that to keep going. That's number one. And then number two, on this front, the Knicks will be on 880 tonight, beginning at 7 p.m. with extended pregame coverage right after Hahn and Rosenberg, right all the way up until game time. So you got a 90-minute pregame basically tonight, and then the game is on 880. The Mets this afternoon out in Seattle will be on 1050, and the coverage with the Mets begins at 3 p.m. this afternoon. 800-919-3776. I'm excited for what this is, and I've also been thinking about this. Think about what this kind of championship would mean in this town. And I know we're 4 wins away from that. But you can't help but think about impactful championships that have been won here and where this would rank. I mean, we think about impactful championships. We think about the 96 Yankees that began their
Mini
dynasty. Yep. We think about the Mets in 86.
Islanders.
Yep. But do I think of the Islanders as like impactful on New York?
4
you know what I
wins
mean?
straight. I don't know if that's will be done again.
But I'm just talking about like the individual one.
Okay.
Maybe like the 96 one for the Yankees started that, right?
Correct.
The 86 Mets were just such an amazing team all season long, and then the way they unfolded in the postseason was crazy. You know, the Giants beating the Patriots. Was that what you would call an impactful championship in this town's history?
Man, that put the city, that lit the city up so crazy.
It did.
As a Jet, I was just trying to stay out the way, man. I didn't even want to come outside. Like, man, here we are. We go 2 years in a row. They just go win it.
Well, I just think about what the impact of a Knicks championship would actually be here.
I feel like, as an outsider, an expat, I feel like the Knicks are the most beloved team in New York, simply because it's the only one that Jet fans and Giants fans can agree on, right? You're either a Met or a Yankee fan. You're either a Jet or Giants fan. Everybody here is a Knicks fan.
Not every. Yeah, I mean that's
except for Joe Leo.
Yeah, it's 95-5 in favor of the Knicks over the Nets, right?
Yeah, those people don't count.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a huge division among Knicks Nets fans.
The Nets might as well be the ABA.
Pretty much when it comes to that, unfortunately, but it's true. The Net fan base.
And not just me giving an honest assessment because I'm an expat.
Yeah.
So, like, there's nobody care about – even when James Harden, he was out there selling playoff tickets. Like, hey, make sure y'all come to our game. Like, is that James Harden in a uniform giving out free tickets?
It's like, you talk about that, but like the Net fans, like, I'm not worried about, there's like 3 of them that I know, and one of them is up against us, Evan Roberts. So I'm not really.
And the other one is Joe Leo.
Exactly. So I'm not really caught up in them at the moment.
I bet you Evan and Joe Leo are probably the type of dudes that eat black licorice and black jelly beans.
I've only known one person who liked black licorice and black jelly beans, and it was my mother, and that was it. And I never understood it. And I was happy to give them up whenever she wanted them. Happy to.
Hey, you gonna eat those jelly beans? Like, what?
Happy to.
Yeah, I'm eating around. I'm eating the yellow, the red, the green.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Everything else was always the best. Everything else always was. ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Let's get back to some of the phones at 800-919-3776. Lou in Jersey next on ESPN New York. Lou, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Bing bong, man. I'm so excited. Finally made it back to the finals, man. I'm 40. I'll be 40 next month. So I seen the 99. And, man, it's been a long time coming, man. I've been suffering. I'm excited. I agree with you. We got to take game 1. We got to keep the pressure on them, and we have to do it. And we win it in 6. Win it in 6. I just can't wait. And Brunson's going to get that MVP. That's all I got to say. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, Knicks.
Listen, if the Knicks are going to win, saying Brunson's going to win the MVP is not going out on a on a limb.
But if he do it like hitting big shots at the end, like he did like last playoffs, last year, man, that's going to elevate him.
See, this is
that might put him above. That might push Willis Reed down.
So we have been talking today about what we were going to put our Bart Fine Jar money on. It's $134. And what we were going to wager that on for this series. You could bet on the Knicks to win this series. That's plus 170. That's not even 2-1. But Brunson to win the MVP is plus 210. That's more than 2-1. Like, that's a pretty good odds. If you like the Knicks, we both are picking the Knicks in 6. That is plus 480. That's 5-1 odds. We can turn this into a cool 700 if the Knicks won this in 6.
All right, let's go.
I don't know.
Let's go with that. Listen, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Let's bring the other guys in here. Are there any wagers, Ray and Tom, that you feel like we need to take and consider with this money? Or do we take this money and bet at each individual game and have a let-it-ride situation? Or do we just go on the entire series and maybe some of those props? What do you think, Ray?
Well, we're definitely not doing the Winthrop cop-out where he bets on the other team to make himself feel better.
That's crap. I knew a guy who did that. Like, that's just crap.
That's the
like,
worst.
Winning a couple of bucks is not going to make me feel better about my team losing. No.
I like the Knicks in 6.
Because then if I lost, let's say I wanted to bet a lot of money to make myself feel better, then I'm going to feel worse when my team wins because I'm going to lose that money. Anyway, you like the Knicks in 6.
I like what you were talking about there, yeah.
Tom, what's your feeling here?
Well, I'm also a Knicks in 6, so I guess this is a unanimous decision, and I think that automatically kind of puts the decision at that's probably got to be the bet.
All right, so...
And if we want to up our winnings, you got anything to say about the Pistons there, Bart? We can...
Oh, wow.
Kyrie Irving.
If we were to bet the Knicks in 6, we have $134 in here. I'll take this and put it in the account.
You tried to take it too. You tried to get it in 2 more seconds. We wouldn't even had no bet.
Well, if you had, because earlier today, if you had walked in just 9 seconds earlier, I would have won $134. But no, you had to.
I'm giving you a chance to win $500.
Well, here's the thing. This $134 at plus 480 would pay us $643.20.
Hold up. So Ray, hold up. 646.
No. Let me finish.
Uh-huh.
And then you get your money back that you obviously wagered.
Okay.
So the total pot at that point would be $777.20.
Okay, so divide that by 4.
Okay. $194.30 each.
194. So that's 194 lap dances. That's 3 songs.
194 lap dance. Where you get a lap dance for $1?
Well, you just get a dance and she gonna stay there until you finish the money. So that's like, so that's probably 3 songs. We got 3 songs apiece worth of stripper money.
But that math went all over the place. How much is a lap dance now if that's just
$1.
3 songs?
No, it's not you're not going in
You're
the back.
just talking about shedding off the dollars.
Yes.
During the dance.
And I can make that last probably for 3 songs. That's like 9 minutes apiece. We all got 9 minutes apiece to get dances at. You see what I'm saying, Ray?
So you want us to just deposit this in our account at Scarlett's?
If the Knicks win, I don't know if Tom will last 9 minutes.
Well, he said not. Remember, he said it's not about the length.
That's very true.
It's not about the length.
Oh my God.
We're getting ready for the Knicks to sword fight with the Cavs.
Yeah. No, it's another one. It's like it's not about the length.
Listen, the Bauer Hour isn't about length.
Yeah.
Tom, what is the situation? What happened with the Bauer Hour thing earlier?
You mean earlier, like today?
Yeah.
Yeah, why you said Power instead of Bauer.
Well, I didn't want to do it because we had Tim on the line, and the Bauer Hour usually takes like a minute or two. I didn't want to keep our esteemed guest from waiting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll get to the Bauer Hour, and hopefully it will be better than this.
We're getting ready for the Knicks to sword fight with the Cavs.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. It's finally here. The NBA Finals Game 1 between the Knicks and Spurs. Don and Allen will be live at Stout, NYC, getting you ready for the first NBA Finals game for the Knicks since 1999.
Anybody who has wagered against Jalen Brunson, either this season or in his career, has ended up on the wrong side.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout, NYC on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Tickets are on sale now at fanaticsfest.com as Fanatics Fest NYC returns to the Javits Center on Thursday, July 16th through the 19th. The world's #1 sports fan festival puts you where sports, collecting, culture, and entertainment collide. See stars like Tom Brady, Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, and hundreds more, including live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch, and Fanatics games with $2 million in prizes. Go to fanaticsfest.com to get your tickets today.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This June, don't miss our midweek Money Rush drawing and your chance to win your share of $50,000. Be here on Wednesday, June 10th and 24th from 3 till 6 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to win $5,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one winner will take home $5,000 cash plus any unclaimed cash from the previous drawings. Come to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Programming alert. Today's Mets-Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. Future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation, and neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. And we're still doing it every day because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. That doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Knicks fans, how about this? Finals tickets are up for grabs Friday. Head to Caesars Sportsbook at Monmouth Park, June 5th. It's an exclusive Knicks Finals watch party. Catch the game, wall-to-wall screens. Hang with me and Dan Grassa, plus Knicks legends. It's all beginning at 7 o'clock, and you can score an official Knicks playoff T-shirt, and the first 100 fans are also going to get a free Shack burger and fries. If Chris Carlin's coming, Chris Carlin's getting fed. So, listen, line them up there. Anyway, here's the deal, though. If you stay until halftime, which you've got to, you could win a pair of 100-level tickets to Game 3 of the NBA Finals at MSG. We are raffling off, but you have to be there in attendance. The event is open to Caesars Sportsbook customers only, so sign up now. Bring your app for entry. Doors open 7 p.m. Get there early because space is limited. To learn more, visit Caesars.com/Knicks Finals. Again, it's me and Grassa, Monmouth Park, Caesars Sportsbook, this Friday, June 5th, for Game 2. We're watching a game. We got Knicks legends coming by, and we're giving away a pair of 100 level, as in lower level, Knicks Game 3 NBA Finals tickets. We will see you there on Friday. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Let us continue on the telephone lines, and we will also get some more of the comments in here from the chat, which, as usual, it gets a little, sometimes when I don't look down for a few minutes and they get onto a topic in the chat, and then I got to regroup before I try to start reading something because the topics just kind of get all over the place. But it's entertaining, I'll tell you that. Some of it I just can't say.
Got to catch up.
Javi, Queens, up next, ESPN New York. Javi, what's up, baby?
What's going on, boys? Thanks for taking the call. Before I get into the Knicks, I just want to, you mentioned Jay-Z before. My favorite memory of Jay-Z was when he was on Center Stage with the K-Ster. Are you guys familiar with that episode of Center Stage with K and Jay-Z?
I don't remember the specifics of it. Refresh my memory.
Hey, Javi, did we lose Jay-Z?
The best part.
Did we lose Jay-Z?
No.
I thought
he lost the battle to Nas, but he's still alive.
Okay.
But,
thought you put him there with Peebo.
So listen, when Kay had him on after a commercial break, Kay came back on with all Rockaware gear, like all geared out, like he was straight up. Oh,
that's
from Uptown.
Amazing!
It was incredibly cringe. If you haven't seen it, please go look for it. And I'd just love to mention it anytime I get a chance to mention it.
That is absolutely going to be my new screen saver on my phone. Yes, or my new screen on the phone.
Incredible.
Was it velour?
It's amazing.
Please say it was.
I don't remember exactly what he wore, but he was Michael K. looked like an 11-year-old kid from Westchester who really thought he was down with it.
Malibu's most wanted.
Don't be hating. So with the Knicks, all right. This is my prediction. All right, I view the Spurs as the young superstar with the up and coming, inexperienced, talented team against the hungry veterans who are on a heater. Give me the hungry veterans on the heater. Give me the Knicks in 6. I'll add that. I'll double what you guys are betting in order to get a little bit more in the pot, because that's how good I feel about the Knicks in this series. I think they got this. That's how I view the Spurs. I think they're tired after Game 7. They blew like a young man on prom night. They already took. They went too early. They didn't last long enough. They wasted it all on OK. They wasted it all on OKC. I think the Knicks got this. Very confident. Let's go. Let's go Knicks, baby.
I'll tell you what's interesting. The Cavs kind of had the same thing in the previous series. Now, I'm not comparing the Knicks to the Cavs talent-wise, okay? But the Cavs had the same thing when they beat the Pistons, because clearly that was their championship, right?
Uh-huh.
When you do see all of the emotion and everything that the Spurs came up with after beating OKC, you could understand if they came out a little flat tonight, and that's why taking advantage and setting a tone early is really incredibly important.
Yeah, but
I'm not expecting it, but I could understand if it happened.
But the Spurs are at home. The Cavs are on the road.
Also true. Cavs, and again, can't say they came out flat in that game. They just ran out of gas in that game.
Yeah, they did. they didn't call a timeout for 18 points. The dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Your team just went 2 rounds in a row, and you just let them go out there in the fourth quarter and let them run out of gas?
I mean, how many times did we watch Brunson isolate against Harden, and they ain't do nothing different?
Well, they're bringing Kenny back.
He scored 6. He scored 8 in a row. He definitely can't score 11 in a row. Damn, he scored 11 in a row. He definitely, I'm positive he couldn't score 13. Like, yo, what the? I felt like Will Campbell versus Myles Garrett last year. Like, what the hell? Give him a help. Give him a chip. Throw the towel.
Gilberto in the truck is up next. Gilberto, how you feeling, kid?
What's up, Big C?
Yo.
What's up, boy?
What up, dude?
Yo, boy, I'm going to come at you right now, and I'm going to tell you, put on your garment, okay? The haters' garment that you be putting on.
I've been bing-bonging all day.
We see the transparency through your words, man.
Stop.
Bro, I haven't went on Get Up and show mad love.
Why was Carlin going to find you just now?
That's because I was talking about too much about the Pistons.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get on this topic. I'm going to take that bet, Carlin. Thank you very much, because I was looking for a good bet. You just gave it to me. I'm going to lay 3 bills on that bad boy, okay? And I'm taking Brunson MVP, Knicks in 6. Keep up the good work, guys. I love you guys. You guys got the heartbeat of New York.
Bing
Later.
bong. Bing bong. Why he just want to hate on me.
Yes, he does. Exactly.
I'm like, what?
Are you new to what this is?
And then he was like, you know, what did he say? What did you just say that he was gonna find you? You don't even know. So how the hell can you say, Bart? We see right through you. What?
I mentioned the Pistons. Oh.
But we see through you. Like, bro.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, YouTube channel, Joey PM Sports. Parade in 2 weeks. Oh, my goodness.
I want to know, like, in honor of Carlin's Corner, like, what's the spread? Like, like John going to go get KFC. I think one day he could say he's going to go get KFC, and then he says he's going to get some pizza.
Is KFC open? Every time John comes in, we should just start playing that. Is KFC open?
Everybody's doing it.
What the spread is, like, first of all, I did a Carlin's Corner the other day that will release this week. Place that has something called a duffin.
A duffin?
Donut and a muffin.
Oh, it's
combined.
like a cronut?
Except better.
Hit
you with that.
Oh. Because, like, muffins kind of break apart. It's like a little real brittle.
It was good.
Mm.
It was,
and it's inside of a donut?
It's not inside of a
Boston
donut.
Cream.
It's like the consistency of a donut as a muffin.
Okay.
It's good. And there's a few different flavors. There's like a chocolate frosted, or not chocolate frosted, chocolate glazed duffin. Oh, my God.
It reminds me of your intro to that. And I think I heard, what is that? I heard bacon?
I like bacon. Yeah. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Yeah.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes Oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. It's finally here. The NBA Finals Game 1 between the Knicks and Spurs. Don and Allen will be live at Stout, NYC, getting you ready for the first NBA Finals game for the Knicks since 1999.
Anybody who has wagered against Jalen Brunson, either this season or in his career, has ended up on the wrong side.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from Stout, NYC on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From workdays to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Programming alert. Today's Mets Mariners game can be heard on 1050 ESPN at 3 p.m. Game 1 of the NBA Finals can be heard on 880 ESPN New York at 7 p.m. And all games can be streamed on the ESPN New York app.
My friends, do not forget to be locked in on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Stream the full Weekday Lineup live. Watch complete replays. Catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat. React in real time. Make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now. Stay locked in so you never miss a moment. Let's see, Johnny Blaze. I've seen a place where they make hamburgers with donuts for the bun, and it's glazed donuts. Damn, that will put anyone in a diabetic coma. I've seen a couple of those places, too.
I saw that, too.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I don't like sweet. I don't like sweet and savory.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Caesar says, come to the Beach Bash so we can blaze one. All good. Okay, maybe not at the Beach Bash, though. You know what I mean? not like outside in particular.
You get me caught on at work, man?
Maybe you go hang out in the van, Cheech and Chong. How about that?
He got the 18 van. He pull up. Come in, man. Don't let the smoke out. Throw you in.
The black with the red stripe.
It was on. It made me like old school.
We'll be fine. We'll have him back by midnight.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, Bart Carlin on ESPN New York will finish with you in just a moment. But because the Knicks have not lost since we started doing this, we now have to do the Bauer Hour. And, Tom, we turn this over to you reluctantly, I would say.
Reluctantly?
After what happened last time.
No, last time we did well. The sword fighting incident, that was a failure. I'll admit that. This time, I think we'll get him.
I don't know.
Are you going to ad-lib, too? You going to give us a Bauer Hour with the ad-lib, with the freestyle, like, spoken word quote?
Oh, you bet we will.
Oh.
All right.
Slender man.
I want to remind everybody about what happened last time.
Oh, go for it.
With this.
Knicks to sword fight. We're getting ready for the Knicks to sword fight with the Cavs. Listen, the Bauer Hour isn't about length. Booty shaking.
Tom.
Yes.
Floor is yours.
All right, let's do it. Hit the corn. Are you ready one more time? The New York Knicks have reached the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, you know it, baby. The Knicks gonna take the Spurs down over to the Riverwalk. Send them sailing towards Cancun for the summer. The Knicks. Oh, you know there's Cowboys in Texas. They're going to leave the Spurs. Ooh, baby, they're going to send them crying home like the Cowboys up in Dallas do every NFL season. And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. June 16th will be a special day indeed. France and Senegal at MetLife. The French are going to get embarrassed there. Game 6 of the NBA Finals the same night. The French alien himself, Wemby, will be crying on the way home as the New York Knicks win it all in 6.
Oh, yeah. Bars. Knicks in 6, baby. Take that, Parlez-vous Française.
Carlin looks disappointed, I think.
Not disappointed.
Freestyle.
I just put my head in my hands to just kind of quietly marvel at what that was. I so want to know the creative process. Have you gone through, have you spent hours hovelled over your desk writing out what you were going to say, only to have the nice little hesitations in there as if you had no idea what you were going to say next?
So that happened.
I'm looking at Ray. Ray knows exactly what I'm talking about. They're going to beat the Spurs.
Knicks in 4. Knicks winning it all. Knicks are going to take it to the finals. See, I know I said I ad-lib. I did think of some stuff beforehand and jotted down some notes, and I had them next to me, so that way I hopefully didn't have any awkward pauses. But I guess that's just what makes the Bauer Hour special, I guess you could say.
I kind of want to do one before each game now.
You want to tempt fate like that.
It's not tempting fate. It's making sure that the juju stays in place.
The Juju Smith-Schuster?
No.
No, he's here now.
Not for how long.
Are you excited about Beckham?
I'll be excited about Beckham once he gets beyond training camp. I'm not convinced he's going to make the team.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make the team either.
I don't think
they signed too many burials.
Come on.
The dude from Notre Dame. They signed
Malachi Fields.
They signed Mooney.
I'm not getting all fired up over Odell being here. I don't think he's going to make the team. That's all.
That'd be embarrassing.
I know Giant fans get excited because it has to be sentimental, but
yeah, he hasn't been relevant.
This ain't 2015.
He hasn't been relevant.
Anyway, well done, Tom.
Thank you.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Brian, Sleepy Hollow is next on ESPN New York. Brian, what's up, baby? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Bauer got me jazzed up, and now I feel like, whoa, I'm going to do a wrestling promo. Draymond Green! All you ever do is keep your mouth open, literally and figuratively, catching flies. You look like Diddy with that mouth open. Someone's got to shut up! Let's go next! Next and 6! Woo!
See what you started, Tom?
Draymond Green.
You started all these WWE promos for AEW.
But why are we getting wrapped up in Draymond because of what he's saying on Inside the NBA?
Yeah, he struck a nerve.
No, I understand, but direct it more toward the Spurs.
He wanted to address the haters that ain't believing. Oh,
I don't know how you can't. I don't know how you can't believe right now in what's been going on.
People think that they didn't play anybody.
Chris,
and
the
then
Bronx.
and you think Draymond's a Western Conference guy, so he thinks his conference is superior.
What's up, gentlemen?
You're going to have to hold for a moment, Chris.
Oh.
I forgot somebody was stopping by. It's Bartstradamous.
Oh, yes. I'm back. This is how you do it, Tom. Predictions. Bartstradamous, I've been in the dark side, and I walked with all of the demons, and we've mustered up the ghost of Christmas past, and even a broken clock is right twice a day, and the day turns to night, and as the night turns to day, the time stands still. Oh, yes! The year of the Nick, the Bing Bongs. Oh, yes, I have gathered Jalen Brunson's soul. He's given it to me and committed the ultimate sacrifice. I haven't taken a soul from New York since that player from the Himalaya, Joe Namath, gave it to me to win one for the Pinky. And now Jalen Brunson has committed the greatest sacrifice for you Knick fans. Come one, come all, follow your leader to the dark side. Oh, yes. Oh, Tom. Kiss Manuka honey.
Sounds a little borderline pornish, but okay.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of Sodom and Gomorrah stuff going down here down low, Carlin.
So are the Knicks winning or what?
Your Cavs shall be well invited and compensated. We love scraped knees, Tom. Come see us. Knicks in 5.
Ooh.
Slender Man, not ready for prime time. Oh, those big 20-inch feet. It's too much to carry. As Wemby suffers the pain, Spike Lee will make a movie about it. Do the wrong thing. Yes. Knicks in 5.
I hope broadcasting
I'm out.
students all over the country are getting tapes of this and really learning the value of preparation. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
No prep.
The Knicks.
This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
The Spurs.
The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
The NBA Finals.
They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
I talk about how great we are. That doesn't matter. We just got to worry about being ourselves and just stay locked in and, go win.
NBA Finals Game 1 coverage begins tonight at 7 on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
New York City, get ready as Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th, right in the middle of the biggest sports weekend of the summer. With more than 500 athletes and celebrities, every major league, and hundreds of thousands of